focus of your offseason? You mentioned improving on blocking, but when you went into this offseason, coming into this year, what did you want to focus on to be ready for right now?
I mean, obviously every asset of, running the football, just making your reads, all that. But the biggest thing for me probably was my body and mobility. I have weight room, everything. I've always been good about that, but I wasn't as good about stretching and all that. So I started taking yoga the whole off season. I saw a dramatic change in how fast I was running and everything else. And so I still am in yoga right now. And shout out my trainer over there at Glow Yoga. But that was by far the biggest thing, was just getting in there and getting my yoga done twice a week. And, it helped me a lot, and I've been able to reap the benefits of it.
So now do you view yourself as a better blocker or a better runner of the football?
I view myself now as a football player. I feel like you can do both. You're a true football player, and that's what I want to be at the end of the day.
Did it mean a little bit more to you to get the first touchdown of the season? You were the first guy to get into the end zone in that first game against Montana State. Did it mean more to you to be the first guy to touch that end zone?
I didn't realize it until after the game that it was like the first one of the season and everything. I was just happy that, it all worked out, obviously. You're always excited when you score, but if anyone scored, I would have been just as excited. It was a lot of fun, though, going through fall camp and everything. I was a big lead block guy, and then for me to happen to get the ball to that play and score, it was kind of funny. I was talking to my coach about it because all camp I blocked a lot, and then, happened to be running on that play, and so it was a good feeling for sure. I had my family here, so it was awesome.
You've had a few touchdowns. You've had a few explosive plays. You mentioned the movement of the offensive line up front after your explosive play last week against Oklahoma State. Just take me into what you're seeing when you get the ball as a running back and the offensive line. You have pulling linemen moving out in front of you.
I see them move. Those big boys can run, and so I see them taking off. I just get behind them and just make my reads from there on, and it's a good feeling because once they make their blocks, I look up and I see our receivers downfield, our tight ends downfield, everyone downfield blocking, and so when you see that, you see everyone a body on a body, you're going to have a good play.
Do you enjoy more running behind pulling linemen, or if it's just a straight up hat on a hat block technique, or does it matter?
It really don't matter to me. Like anyone that's making a block is making a block at the end of the day. I don't care if it's the smallest dude on the team. If you could block, go out there and make the block. I'm good with it.
Going on the first road trip of the season, what's it going to be successful to win on the road? What has to be different about a road trip than coming here at Autzen and playing at home?
We just got to have focus. I feel like our team does a very good job about being focused, so I'm not really worried about that. We just got to go in there and play our game. We can't let them dictate the tempo of the game. We got to play our game and just be disciplined.
What does success for Jaden Lamar look like this season as an individual, but then also team-wide?
Just be a leader and play my role. I ain't trying to do too much. I'm just trying to do me, and I don't want to force anything. I want to just keep playing my role, let God work his plan, and work my butt off, and the rest is going to take care of itself.
Jaden, I appreciate you taking the time. Best of luck out there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Jaden Lamar with our Ryan Milano getting you ready for the Big Ten opener against Northwestern. I'm Joey Mack. It's the OCCU pregame show. Mike Jorgensen's got his keys to the game, and Ashley Gentry has a top 25 scoreboard and schedule check for you as we continue on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield. Hey, Duck fans, at Country Financial, they make insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
With my job, I can't drink during the week. Weekends are a different story.
After 8 hours of this, I have earned my wine. You know what I'm saying?
My family is a lot. It takes me 4 beers just to hang out with them.
Binge drinking isn't all college kids doing cake stands. Oregonians in their 30s and 40s binge drink at close to the same rates as younger people, raising our risk for long-term health problems. More at rethinkthedrink.com, an OHA initiative.
More Duck football comes your way in 60 seconds.
And that ball came out, and Oregon has it.
On the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Adoption of teens from foster care is a topic not enough people know about, and we're here to change that. I'm April Dinwiddie, host of the new podcast, Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Each episode brings you compelling real-life adoption stories told by the families that live them with commentary from experts. Visit adoptuskids.org/podcast or subscribe to Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families and the Ad Council.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now, don't forget to say you.
Time for a check of the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Safeway, official grocery partner and tailgate headquarters of the Oregon Ducks.
Taking a look at the top 25 schedule for today as we await kickoff between your number 4 Oregon Ducks and Northwestern. Rapid fire for you coming up. Number 12, Clemson on the road against Georgia Tech. 13th ranked Oklahoma will also be the road team against Temple. Then 19th ranked Alabama will host Wisconsin, while Big Ten's number 23, Michigan at home against Central Michigan. Number 24, Auburn at home against Southern Alabama. Then later this afternoon, Louisiana Raging Cajuns will hit the road against 25th ranked Missouri. Number 2 in the nation, Penn State, they're at home against Villanova this afternoon. Then our first ranked matchup of the day, number 6 Georgia on the road against 15th ranked Tennessee, while Oregon State on the road as well. They'll take on number 21 Texas Tech before seeing Oregon next week. Then 14th ranked Iowa State and Arkansas going at it this afternoon. Number 7 Texas at home against UTEP. And then our next ranked matchup for you, it's number 5 Miami at home against number 18 South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium. Then number 1 Ohio State, they're at home against Ohio. Buckeyes 2-0 to start the season. And Western Michigan will be on the road against number 9 Illinois. Later this evening, Arkansas, the road team against number 17 Ole Miss for an SEC matchup, and keeping it in the SEC with number 3 LSU taking on Florida. Then number 16 Texas A&M, they're the road team this evening against number 8 Notre Dame. Number 11 South Carolina, the Gamecocks at home against Vanderbilt, and things will wrap up with number 20 Utah on the road against Wyoming. Lots to come this afternoon, but first and foremost, it's Oregon versus Northwestern coming up. We'll take a quick break and be back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Imagine you're out walking along the same road at the same time. A driver is distracted by their phone. They look down, don't see you, and veer over the line. Now imagine being the driver with that tragedy on your hands. If you could go back, you would. Before you start your car, put your phone in park, notifications off, eyes up, both hands on the wheel, because we all just want to get there safely. A message from ODOT.
Throw it into the end zone. Was it caught? Yes! Touchdown!
Back to the action in 1 minute on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Man, I love my kids so much. I once sat for 3 hours in the cold rain to watch her soccer team lose by 18 goals.
I love my kids so much, I once used a tube to suck snot out of her stuffed nose at 3 a.m.
You win.
Love your kids? Love them enough to make sure they're in the right car seat. From toddlers to tweens, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to find the right seat for their age and size. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back here in Evanston, Ducks facing Northwestern. Mike Jorgensen rejoins us for some keys to the game. Jorgie, I've said all along that the fast start on offense has been a key for this Oregon team this year. The Ducks have taken that opening kickoff and, well, they've gotten straight to business. That's my key today, is get straight to business here early on the road.
Yeah, you know, the expectation of being able to score every time, the first time you have the ball of the game, gets to be pretty tough, especially when they have fulfilled it the first 2 weeks. And so today we'll see what happens. If they win the toss, Oregon wins the toss, what they do. Do they go on defense first? Do they go on offense first because the offense has been hot? For me, you got to run the ball. And I'll say that all the time. You guys laugh at me, and I do say that all the time.
I'm smiling at you. I'm not laughing.
I know you're not. But today, the reason why I'm saying that more importantly than ever is the wind is going to be a little bit of a factor today for the quarterbacks, the receivers, various people out there. So if you can run the ball solidly and really control the line of scrimmage, you're going to be able to do what you need to do in the passing game. You don't have to throw the ball deep. You don't have to throw balls, patterns in which the ball gets up into the wind and can go any which way. And so to be able to run the ball today is going to be a real key, and then be able to stop the pass. I think Northwestern's a little hamstrung with their starting tailback out today, and so it's going to be one of those ones where Preston Stone's going to have to be the guy that leads his team to be able to keep Northwestern with Oregon by throwing the ball, by being able to complete passes, get the pass rush on him is going to be a key for Oregon. But stop the pass, run the ball, and I think you're going to be in great shape.
You bring up a good point, too, about Cam Porter being out, what the running back position looks like. I think the Northwestern side, that is a key. Don't want the new guy to get it going either.
No, you don't. You don't want somehow, some way, all of a sudden, Northwestern's offensive line playing really good football and allow a backup tailback to be able to get yards. So, big key, stop the pass, run the ball, and I think you're going to be in great shape.
Jorgie's Keys, OCCU pregame show coming up. We're going to talk on the Northwestern side of things, some of their keys, and very complimentary of Oregon. Head coach David Braun for the Wildcats next on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing zero sugar cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by one of your local branches today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCAA. Equal housing opportunity.
Oregon.
Welcome to Big Ten football.
Northwestern.
It looks like Big Ten conference football.
This is Duck Football from Learfield.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. Being a veteran, it's interwoven into your DNA, is really the absence of the connection and the purpose that can really drive a lot of veterans to some negative thoughts. For those who are in a suicidal crisis, the window of time to save somebody's life is very short. Our duty is to protect ourselves and protect our families, and one way you can do that is store your weapons safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby.
OCCU pregame show, and we're going to hear a little bit from head coach David Braun, the Northwestern head coach, pretty complimentary of the University of Oregon.
Incredible opportunity this weekend with Oregon coming into town, opening up Big Ten play. I'll tell you what, Coach Lanning has done an exceptional job at Oregon. Not only are they very talented, but they are incredibly well coached. There's not a single stone that will go unturned by him and his staff. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to try and apply pressure in a lot of different ways in all 3 phases. On top of being extremely talented, they are fundamentally sound. They're physical. They play hard. They finish plays. All you have to do is, certainly turn on the tape from last year, but turn on the tape from their first 2 games, and it doesn't take long to, find a profound, respect for the quality of a football team that they have and the task that we have right in front of us this Saturday.
Coach Braun continued with even more positives on the Ducks.
Gosh, we could be here for a long time. The things that really stand out offensively, I just think they're really well thought out. They allow their guys to play fast. They vary their tempos. They've found ways to create a ton of explosive plays. They start fast. That's been, something that's been very consistent throughout Coach Lanning's time there, offensively starting really fast. Coming into it with a new quarterback this year, you'd think maybe there'd be, a fall off there. That certainly isn't the case. Their quarterback's playing at a really high level. They're utilizing all their weapons. They're lining them up in different places. Defensively, young in the back half, but very talented. They don't play young. Very veteran up front, 2 edges that are, special players, veteran linebacker group. You can tell that group's playing with a lot of confidence. And on special teams, sometimes when you face a team that's as talented as Oregon, maybe like special teams becomes an afterthought. They use it as an opportunity to use the skill that they have and be aggressive. They play in all 3 phases. Tremendous amount of respect for what those guys are doing.
You heard him mention all 3 phases. It's cool to hear another coach talk a bit about how good Oregon special teams has been. But certainly there's some individuals that stand out, and Kenyon Sadiq is one of them.
They do such a good job at putting them at different spots, wildcat, quarterback, tight end, wide receiver. And again, it's so easy to say, oh, they're talented. Well, you watch 18 block. He finishes and he's physical. You can tell these guys are well coached and they bought in.
I think that's a pretty high compliment talking about blocking for sure. David Braun continued with some keys to this game from the Northwestern side.
Oregon's going to make it really difficult. The way that they structure, their plan early in the game, the way that they tempo, the way that they utilize their personnel, the quarterback's playing at a really high level. And there's this balance of okay, we need to limit explosives. Well, Oregon's done a really good job of also just being efficient and staying ahead of the sticks and not giving up TFLs and not allowing their opponents to get them behind the sticks. That's where the challenge really presents itself. At what point defensively do you start to get more aggressive to, make sure you position yourself on 3rd down to have an advantageous 3rd down? And Coach Lanning will be very aggressive on 4th down as well to eventually, get off the field. It's easy to talk about how critical those things are. Against these guys, it'll be much more difficult to execute. But there is one thing that's very evident. They have been very explosive on offense. And, if we expect to win and to play winning football on defense, we're going to have to limit those explosives.
Finally, Wildcat head coach David Braun, a couple more keys to this one from his side.
We're going to have to score points. That's very clear. How do you do that in a strategic way that positions the offense to finish drives with touchdowns? and ultimately doesn't expose your defense to more snaps than you would want. Like, ultimately, the thought of Oregon's offense having, 85 snaps in a game, like that's a scary thought. We just, it all has to tie together. But the biggest mistake you can make is become so passive that you don't even allow your offense an opportunity to find ways to score points.
Northwestern head coach David Braun on the matchup. OCCU pregame show continues. Duck head coach Dan Lanning on the Toyota Coaches Corner after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
High-quality organic food should be available to everyone at a better value. That's why Safeway offers O Organics. Hundreds of USDA-certified organic products exclusively in our stores. From fruits and vegetables to chicken and olive oil and frozen treats to baby food, you'll find a huge selection of organic items for the whole family at Safeway. Food you feel good about eating and serving. Look for O Organics products throughout Safeway. O Organics. Organic for all.
Hey, Duck fans, it's a great day for a Duck game. We got a big party going, and Kenny Wheaton has joined the party. Whoa, the Ducks are going to need some refreshments here. There's a Dang Green IPA from Hop Valley in the corner of the cooler. It's selected. Kenny Wheaton's going to pour. Dang Green, the most incredible choice for a football game.
The official craft beer of the Ducks is Dang Green.
Hop Valley Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon. Please celebrate responsibly.
Your home for Duck football.
When you take it up to this level with 55,000 people, a motorcycle, and a jacked-up crowd, you just can't beat it.
The Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Amethyst and Nicholas. Congratulations on getting your diploma. You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I left my heart in Oregon. Oh, I left my heart in Oregon. Yeah, I left my heart in Oregon.
Welcome back to Coach's Corner. I'm Jerry Almond, head coach Dan Lanning. Coach, week 3, Big Ten this week, conference opener, and on the road. A lot of new things, but did things really change that much in this game?
No, different setting, but same size football field.
As you get ready for this game, I look at game 1 to game 2, and people say there's a lot of improvement from game 1 to game 2. What did you see from the first game to the last game?
I see some consistency with effort, which is awesome. I saw some good execution in both games, right? And if we can continue to build off that, we'll be happy.
Look at the improvement of this team. I'm going to go back to spring football, that spring game to now. What has been the biggest improvement in this team, and how does that come about?
I think just the maturity and leadership of this team. There was an absence of that when we first started. There's a lot of guys that led this team that aren't here anymore, and there's a lot of leaders that have been developed in that process.
One of the leaders, we had Will Stein on with us on Tuesday night, your offensive coordinator, talked about the leadership on this team, and I said to him, and I think the most important piece on that offense, not the quarterback, which everybody points to, but your center, Poncho, and the key to that. What is that offensive line? How does it come together so quickly? A lot of new pieces.
Yeah, they're really welcoming to the guys in that room. It's a true brotherhood. They communicate with each other really well. They have connections outside of football. I think that helps create all that.
On that defensive side of the ball, same thing. You've got some new guys, but you also have some key pieces. Your edges and those linebackers, Betcher, a lot of leadership and a lot of experience back on that team, and that's probably been the biggest aspect of the defense, and that is the leadership.
Yeah, the communication's key to have 11 guys playing the same call on defense, and with leadership and experience comes that.
We got a lot of guys in that running back room, a lot of receivers. Everybody's touching the ball. Did you see that at this point of the season, be able to play so many guys? What a luxury is that?
It's a huge luxury. We talk about strength in numbers. We have a lot of numbers that I've said for a long time they can play winning football. And when you have that, you're going to have a chance to have success.
I know you go to the doctor after each game on Sunday. I'm just curious, how much film, every minute of that film, I mean, do you go through the entire game, and how do you break it down?
Yeah, watch it all. Watch every single snap, offense, defense, special teams, and we try to find our warts and go attack them.
All right, you're on a road, Northwestern. The biggest difference probably in this game is the crowd. You don't have that Autzen crowd behind you. Not only that, a smaller crowd, maybe 12,000. How do you get guys motivated? How do they get motivated in a situation like this?
When you love football, you don't have to have any special motivation, right? It'll be an intimate experience, which will be fun for us.
All right, let's talk about your opponent, Northwestern. Anything exotic they do? I mean, there's not a whole lot new in college football. It's more about execution. What do they do offensively?
Yeah, at the end of the day, they're really multiple. They shift, they motion. We got to be able to adjust to formations well. They do a good job establishing the run. They eat up the clock. So it's important that we get off the field on defense to get the ball back for our offense. Defensively, they eliminate the explosive plays. They stay on top, right? And you got to be willing to take chunks of yardage at a time, and then hope that one of those turns into explosive because somebody's great effort.
All right, Coach. We talk about it, but let's just do it. We got a football game coming up. Always play well, and we'll catch you on the postgame show.
Appreciate it, Jerry. Thank you.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It's another great fall Saturday in Oregon. Friends, family, and football. Let's keep it great by making a game plan for getting everyone home safely. If you're drinking, take a quick time out and pass the keys to someone who's not. By designating a responsible driver, you'll make sure the whole team gets to keep playing. Because no day like this should end with a tragic loss for any family. Let's be in it to win it by saving lives together. Drive sober. It's the way to go. A reminder from ODOT.
When life blindsides you with an injury, you need a team that's tough. For over 30 years, Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people. This season, we're proud to partner with Oregon Athletics. Because whether it's on the field or in the courtroom, we're both determined to do what it takes to win. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Injured? Dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, 10150 Southwest 6th Avenue, Portland. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Since 1894, the rivalry between Oregon and Oregon State has grown to a fever pitch. The 2025-26 rivalry series is in full force, and the action between the Ducks and the Beavers will be exciting. Year after year, the student athletes, coaches, and schools take great pride in being part of one of the longest rivalry series in the nation. The University of Oregon would like to thank Pacific Source Health Plans, Albertson Safeway, Toyota, and First Interstate Bank as being the proud partners of this year's rivalry series.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
We're back with our national anthem. Northwestern's marching band performing our national anthem. That wraps up the OCCU pregame show. We heard the Toyota Coaches Corner with Dan Lanning. And next up, and did the interview, Jerry Allen's got you covered from the booth. Mike Jorgensen alongside with Dusty Hara on the Toyota sidelines. It's going to be a fun one to open up Big Ten play. I'm Joey Mack. We've got kickoff coming on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
It's the little things that make us the happiest. The thermometer finally reading sweater weather. Your jack-o'-lantern somehow surviving all the way through the season. That email finding you cozy. That subtle hit of pumpkin and fall spice in your McCafe cup. Try our sweet fall drinks like pumpkin spice lattes, caramel frappes, and more at McDonald's. Price and participation may vary. Limited time only.
Success, I feel like we can get better in everything every day.
He's it up the middle. Nice big hole. He's gone. Oh my gosh. Speed. 10, 5. Boom.
I think that there's still a higher level for us.
Corey Moore with a catch. Are you kidding me?
We all put our egos to the side. We all treat each other as brothers and as family.
He is picked again. Peyton Woodyard. Take it home.
So everything becomes cohesive and everybody is cooperative because we all fixated on one goal, and that's winning.
Oregon.
This team's going to go as much as we do.
Northwestern.
The fire and the energy that we bring, this whole team's going to follow.
This is Duck Football.
Oh, what a rush. It is just never gets old.
Learfield and the Oregon Sports Network bring you live play-by-play coverage of Oregon Duck football. Today's game is brought to you by On Point Community Credit Union. People are the point. McDonald's, the official breakfast of University of Oregon Athletics. Have your McDonald's favorites delivered right to your door with McDelivery. By U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank is a proud sponsor of Oregon Athletics. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. By Toyota. Let's go places. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com. And by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. It's game time on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield. Now back to the Country Financial Broadcast booth and the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Welcome back to Northwest Medicine Stadium. Northwest Medicine Field Martin Stadium. I got to get those things mixed up. We're looking out at what appears to be the Pacific Ocean from our vantage point. It looks like the Pacific Ocean, doesn't it? I mean,
it does.
There's no land on the other side of that unless you get maybe to Hawaii or Japan, I'm sure. But it's just the other side of Lake Michigan. This is an interesting first trip to Northwestern, as we had all the weather we could handle this morning, and now it's just kind of a little muggy warm, although, Dusty, you're in a little breeze down there. Is the wind, yeah, you can hear that wind. Is the wind going to be a factor?
It may be a factor today. We've had gusts of wind with thunder and lightning storms came roaring through earlier this morning. It was howling consistently. We're expected to have consistent 8 to 13 mile an hour winds with gusts up into the 20s, 25 miles per hour, but right now it is calm on the field level. But if you look up at the flags at the top of the goalpost, they are moving. So deep balls in the throwing game, and obviously the kick and punt return game is going to be affected by the wind that is coming from right to left as you guys are listening on your radio.
Jorgie, you played in weather. Does it change your game plan if you got a game plan set and then Saturday turns out to be windy, rain, or different?
How extreme it gets is what would maybe change the game plan a little bit. But today, I don't think really it's going to be extreme enough to change the game plan, to change the kicking plan or anything else. You just have to gear for the fact that when you're kicking off into the wind, it's not going to go as far. The punts are going to hang and come straight down when they're into the wind, so punt returners have to be smart. But offensively, no, I don't think it changes either offense's game plan at all.
Interesting. We talked about this a little bit. If you win the flip of the coin, do you now decide that you want to play the field instead of receiving or kicking the ball?
Yeah, I mean, that could be a factor. Depending on which way the wind is blowing, you win, you defer, you take a particular end to be able to play with that wind a little bit. But again, I just don't think there's enough of a drastic weather change here to really change at least Oregon's game plan anyway.
Captains are coming out, getting ready to go. Gary Bryant Jr. is one of those. Emmanuel Pregnon. Looks like Derek Johnson, one of those. And Amari Washington, the other one. Those big numbers, we're going to be able to see them easier today when they face us, but when they get sideways, you can't see numbers. So the Ducks will go with white tops, yellow helmets, and yellow pants today. Northwestern all in purple. And you guys have talked to the entire pregame show about Oregon's keys to the game, what to do, how to handle it. As Oregon comes out, led by head coach Dan Lanning onto the field now, boy, I miss that Harley and miss the crowd roar and everything. It's not the same. 12,000 people here. Well, not half, but probably 40% will be Oregon fans. So it's not going to be an overly noisy crowd. And you've got to build your own juice, I guess, Jordan. You got to bring your own.
You do. And no doubt Dan Lanning is going to help them bring their own, as he usually does in the locker room over on the sideline. You got to create your own energy, your own motivation, and then just ride what fans are here. And that's what Oregon's going to do today.
So they get ready to come out to flip the coin. Darren Johnson. The right. Gary Bryant Jr. Now they're finally bringing him out. We're going to get down. Well, we still got 3 minutes here. I didn't know if we're going to get away and miss this toss of the coin. It was a spectacular thunderstorm this morning. The lightning wasn't scary. It wasn't really on top of us very much. The thunder was loud, but the rain, something we don't see.
A lot of lightning, and I tell you what, that rain was unbelievable this morning. I mean, the way it was blowing sideways with the strong winds, the thunder and lightning, and it began to pool on the field, and eventually it got off.
Let's get downstairs, get your flip of the coin. If we have a referee's mic, we may not. Yeah, we'll have to watch and see where the coin lands, whether it's heads or tails. Looks like Northwestern has won. We're guessing right now. Northwestern say we want to go that way, which would be with the wind.
Northwestern has won the toss and deferred. Oregon will receive at this half of the stadium. Good luck, man.
So what that means is the Ducks will be playing into the wind offensively to begin the ball game.
And what it also says is Northwestern wants to put what they feel is the strength of their team on the field to begin the game, and that's their defense.
All right, here we go. Oregon, Northwestern, Ducks and the Wildcats. Hazy sunshine, breezy. I'm going to say a perfect day for a football game. Let's play one when we come back. The Oregon Sports Network, Learfield.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give Duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Today we're going to talk about deep breathing, something we all need to do more of, especially when you're getting ready to call your health plan and deal with one of those automated phone trees. You know how it feels to get into an endless phone loop when you just have a simple question that could take 2 minutes or less, and then pretty soon, you've lost your zen.
Shouldn't your health plan help you reduce stress? That's why you'll talk to a real person when you choose Pacific Source Health Plan.
Tranquility.
Oregon will come out defensively. Now, let's lay the field out for you where we are in the stadium. We are facing east across Lake Michigan. West is behind us, south to our right, and north to our left. So, looks like the Ducks will play into the wind. As we look at the field, we're going left to right. Oregon's going to be going from our left to our right. Whittington not returning today. Yeah, Lamar. So Lamar is going to be back with Hughes. So those are your two returners today for Oregon. Noah Whittington, questionable. Just questionable. We may see him. We don't know. Ready to kick it off. Nikola Dugancic. A couple of kickoffs this year. One touchback, no out of bounds. He'll go from left or our right to our left with the wind. Would not be shocked if this went way out of the end zone. Puts it high. Not that deep. It will go into the end zone, though. It will come out to the 25-yard line. Jade Lamar says, nope. We'll take it first down.
Yeah, Jay Lamar just switched spots, didn't he, on that one with Noah Whittington. Usually he's the left return man and basically blocks for Whittington as he gets up the field. This time he was the main return man, but the ball goes out of the end zone.
So first down, Oregon at their own 25-yard line. Left hash going to our right. The white jerseys, yellow pants, yellow helmets.
Boy, this is weird.
Yeah, I haven't been this close to a field since a high school game. It's crazy. As Dante Moore lines him up, sends two receivers out to the right. One of those Gary Bryant Jr., one left. And to the backfield, Lamar is going to get the handoff right up the middle. Runs into a stack, pushes the pile for about 4, 5, 6 yards. It'll be second down at about 4. Great offensive line push by Oregon. Not a big hole there, but the offensive line just pushed Northwestern's defense back.
Lamar just kind of ran into that rugby scrum, essentially, is what it was, and it just slowly moved forward for 7 yards on that play.
McClellan way out to the right-hand side. Bryant is to the left, and inside back there's Sadiq in motion back to throw. First pass of the ball game. A little pressure. Throw a little check pass up to Lamar. Will not get the first down. Wanted to go deeper, but nobody there. A little pressure coming that time, too.
Yeah, dumped it off. Take the lay in and see if you can just move the chains. Not quite a first down. Mac Uline made the play there, and he's one of the leading tacklers on this defense along with their safety.
DeCorian Moore, one of the receivers. He will come out to the right along with Gary Bryant Jr., so those two out to the right. And tight end, right. Backs are split, offset. Bryant in motion all the way to the left. On third down, a little more than a yard. Up the middle, there's a hole. First down run at the 38-yard line. In the ballgame that time, Jordan Davison. And Davison was the off-back. Kind of a splits back.
Two backs, and just went with the big man up the middle. And Oregon was able to get enough of a push and a little bit of a seam there for Davison to run through. A nice 5-yard gain.
First down at the 39-yard line. All three receivers come right. Benson, Moore, and Gary Bryant Jr. And back to throw. Quick screen pass to the right-hand side. Moore got a good block. Got by the first block and around the 50 and across to the 47-yard line. DeCorian Moore. Good wide receiver blocking downfield.
And nice cut in between the two receivers that were blocking out there. But Dante Moore gets that ball out of his hands just like that to make that play work.
At the just 50-yard line is where they marked him down. Back to play action. Wanted to go deep. Over the middle, that route is incomplete. Not sure. I thought he was going to go way deep, but it came up about 20 yards downfield. Looked maybe closer to DeCorian Moore.
Yeah, DeCorian Moore crossed it across the middle, and there were 2 or 3 defenders around him, frankly, and that ball looked like it got thrown into coverage a little bit. But I agree with you, Jerry. I thought he was going to let that thing fly down the field to one of the crossing deep people. Instead, he tried to hit DeCorian Moore across the middle. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Oregon at the 50.
Sadiq tight end left. Out to the left is Gary Bryant and Jaden Lamar. And to the backfield, I believe, Davidson. Now Lamar comes back and joins him. Here's a give to Lamar going left with some blocking. Cuts it inside and will be ripped down about the 48-yard line. Lead blocker was Jordan Davidson, who was the initial back in the backfield. Lamar came back and joined him to the right of Dante Moore. And then the little Little sweep left.
Yeah, Michael Kilbane was the one that brought him down, but it looked like he was going to cut up the field, make some yardage, and then there was instant contact right there at the line of scrimmage. Only a 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and long for Oregon here.
McClellan, Bryant to the right, Sadiq, and Moore to the left. Now Sadiq comes back to the right, trips to the right on 3rd down and 9 from the 49. Back to throw. Pressure comes, runs away from it. Now we'll throw a short pass. Not going to work. Actually going to be a lost yardage pass. Just pressure up the middle. Got to Dante Moore, and he had to spin away from what looked like maybe one guy, and then somebody else came free.
Well, so this is the way we talked about the game to begin. If you get the ball first and you don't score, does it give Northwestern the energy they need to start the game? And Northwestern made the stop there.
Aiden Hubbard
for Northwestern,
who put the pressure on. Ducks will punt it away on 4th down from the 49 of Northwestern. Snap is good, and the punt, a low bouncing ball that's going to go inside the 20, roll near the 15, down inside the 10 and the 9-yard line before it finally dies. Great punt by James Ferguson Reynolds. Very low, wobbling line drive that the Ducks got a great roll on, and we're going to get our first time out. Well, we're underway. This is awkward. We're so close to the field. And a small crowd here at Northwestern University. Northwestern Medicine. That's the name of the field. Okay, when we come back, nothing. We'll just figure this out after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by one of your local branches today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCAA. Equal housing opportunity.
Ducks fans, with McDelivery from McDonald's, the only thing you'll be walking to is Autzen Stadium. Whether you're fueling up before the tailgate or coming home after the W, your favorites are just a tap away. Because it's always a good day for golden fries, crispy chicken sandwiches, and hearty breakfasts delivered right to your door. That's McDelivery from McDonald's, the official breakfast of Oregon Athletics. At participating McDonald's, most opt into rewards. Delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery other fees may apply. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back to Martin Stadium, Northwest Medicine Field, and first punt in the first half. That's the first 3 and out for Oregon this year.
Yeah,
in that first half.
Yeah, that's right. First 2 games, Oregon went right down and scored to start the game. Not here, as the strength of this Northwestern team is their defense, and their defense is good. So I think Oregon's going to be tested today offensively to move the ball consistently, to be able to achieve big plays, get any type of consistent run game going. It's going to be tough sledding for the Oregon offense. And so let's see what the Oregon defense does now without having a lead stepping on the field for the first time.
Dusty Hare, you noticed that punt did not end up at the 9-yard line. It touched an Oregon player?
Yeah, it was a low driving punt by James Ferguson, and when it came down, it hit one of the gunners who wasn't really expecting it to come down that alley. They kind of split like they wanted the punt to go down the hash, and it was just inside the hash. It hit at the 21-yard line, and now they're moving it back to the 9. They had the ball set at the 21 before. I don't know if they did a quick review during the timeout or what, but they have moved it back to the 10-yard line.
So they'll go from the 9. That's after probably a couple of reviews upstairs. So the punt good by Ferguson pins Northwestern back. And here is Preston Stone, a 6'1", 215-pound graduate student from SMU from that shotgun offense. And the snap and turn and wants to throw right away. Gets it over the middle. Slant pass is good for about 7 yards. Comes out to the right-hand side to Griffin Wild.
Griffin Wild, their leading receiver on the season, and he's a guy that's going to catch a lot of balls today.
Transfer out of Southwest Dakota State. 2nd down and about 2. An 8-yard pickup on the pass from Stone. He is 61% throwing the ball this year. Even last year at SMU not a high percentage pass. Here's that pistol look with a running back right behind him. That is Giannis Komalade. Komalade's going to get the handoff going left. Try to cut it back, and they're going to get close to the 20-yard line, but he's met there pretty hard by Barry Alexander. But he got enough for the first down. He just needed to get it to about the 21, and that's where he got it.
Yeah, you got to keep in mind what most teams have done with Oregon's defense so far this year. Short pass game, quick slant patterns, all the different things that we've seen from Montana State and from Oklahoma State, you're probably going to see from Northwestern here today, too.
Komalade, the running back, lines up outside. Now we'll go back and join Stone in the pistol behind him with a shotgun offense. Wide out left and right. Play action, roll right. Wanted to throw the dump pass. Still running. Now we'll keep the ball and run it out of bounds for about a 1-yard gain. Running hard, but great coverage. Devin Jackson forced him out.
The speed, obviously, being able to chase Stone where he doesn't have any lanes to turn up the field. And then good coverage down the field where Stone had no choice but to either throw it out of bounds or run out of bounds, and he chose to run out of bounds.
He just got it out of bounds, didn't he? Second down and 10. Duck defense trying to make sure the flip field stays in Oregon's favor. Here's that shotgun look again and hand it off. Up the middle, little running room this time. Up the middle for about 7 yards to the 30-yard line. Komalade averages 5 yards a carry.
Well, right now, having a little bit of luck earlier in this particular drive, running the ball. Komalade up the middle for, 7 yards, almost 8 yards. So
is that Porter Betcher?
Third and short. Third and short here.
Same they had that first series, 3rd and 2, distance 3rd and 3. 2 receivers out to the left for Preston Stone. The snap, hand it off. Going left, cut it up, going to get close to, fighting for, he'll get another first down. By a yard. Giannis Komalade, 5'11", 210-pound redshirt sophomore, and that's 2 first downs on the drive for Northwestern. No score, first quarter, 8:37 remaining in the first quarter.
Well, one way you keep an offense like Oregon from scoring a lot of points, possess the ball. And that's what Northwestern's doing here. 2 third-down conversions. Just keeps that clock a-moving and to start to establish a little bit of a running game.
Joseph Hyman now, the second running back, goes in and sets up behind Stone. 2 receivers out to the right, hand it off. Running back's going to go off that right side and get about 4. Purchase on the stop.
But just too much
room in there.
Yeah, too much on first down. Oregon not really getting any type of penetration into that backfield. And, again, I think what they're learning here real quick is it's a step up each week in the competition that they're playing. An offensive line that isn't bad. And they've moved Oregon around a little bit early in this initial drive for Northwestern.
Their number 1 running back, Cam Porter, is out. Injury-wise, don't know how long he'll be out for the season. Empty backfield for Stone. 3 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. On second down and 6. He'll stay empty in the backfield. Then wants to snap it back to throw. Looking left, looks right, throws it right. It is tipped into the air. Betcher got his hands on it. It was a rifle shot, so he had no chance to really grab it.
He had a chance, though. He had a chance, no doubt about that. That one, you can't expect him to bring that rifle shot in, but, boy, I tell you what, Stone tried to fit that into a small window, and that's where Betcher was, and went right underneath it and almost picked that ball off.
So 3rd down and 6 now for Preston Stone of the Wildcats in a 0-0 ball game. 7:22 remaining first quarter. 2 receivers out to the right, 2 left. Running back stays back. I believe that's Komalade again now from the shotgun. Snap, hand it off. Komalade goes right, and he gets close to a first down. He almost busted it outside, went all the way. I mean, he had a man to beat.
Move the chains.
They got the first down. I tell you what, if Peyton Woodyard does not make the tackle, he may be still running. Northwestern, hurry up offense. They're ready to go. And the snap. And whistle timeout.
After review, the ruling on the field has been changed. The runner was down short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down.
I didn't think he got the first down. Dusty Harrow, much down on the sideline, could you tell that Oregon wondered whether that was the right call?
Yeah, absolutely. Right when the player went down, you saw all the coaches and everybody on the sideline kind of pointing to where they thought initial contact to the ground was made. And the quick review, the expedited review that we've heard about, we haven't seen very much of, comes in favor of the Oregon Ducks.
Now, big fourth down and a yard, almost two. They appear to be going for it. Preston Stone, fourth down and almost two at his own 44-yard line. Will they go? Yes, they will. It'll be the direct snap first down. I didn't see anybody get under center.
Came in motion, stopped right behind the center, and took the snap.
Well-designed play.
Very well-designed play.
And an easy first down, a 3-yard pickup across the 45 to the 46-yard line right hash. No score. 6:26 left here in the first quarter. Oregon has had the ball one time.
Just moving people right now. Their offensive line for Northwestern really has control of that line of scrimmage.
Komalate, the running back, three receivers way out to the left for Stone. It's some motion. I'm going to throw the screen.
Throw it again.
Pass. Going to do the double pass. Way down there, it's got coverage and incomplete. Probably a good thing he didn't throw that ball anywhere near a receiver because that would have been picked. Tried to get it long way downfield on a double pass to Joseph Hyman, who's a tailback.
One receiver, four defensive players down around Joseph Hyman. So that one was going to be tough to fit in. Oregon just couldn't locate the ball as it came down the field. Otherwise, opportunity and interception there missed by Oregon.
Second down and 10 back at the 46-yard line of Northwestern. Wildcats send a big guy out to the right-hand side, a big tight end. Two inside of him, one receiver short, the boundary side of the field. The snap, hand it off. Up the middle, little running room, and the pile will push it for a good second down and pick up of about 7.
Wow, I'll tell you what, that's impressive by Joseph Hyman. Just hopped up in there into the pile, and he kind of squirmed through a little bit of a crack, kept the momentum going. And so on second and 10, almost an 8-yard gain, looks like a 7-yard gain, but brings up third and short.
At the 50, make that 47 of Oregon. They need to get it to the 44, so it's third down and 3, basically. From that shotgun again. Two receivers out to the left. Stone. Snap and hands it off. Penalty flags fly, and short of the first down this time to about the Oregon 46. But a flag down. They didn't stop play, so I'm wondering if Oregon had somebody in the neutral zone.
Tackled by Tion Gray.
Yeah.
No, they're asking Oregon if they want to refuse the penalty. Yeah, it's a procedure penalty. Interesting here, if they take the penalty, it'll be third down and about 8. If they refuse it, it's fourth down.
Illegal formation. Offense. 5 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Yeah, I'd say the way they're moving the ball, they're going to probably go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, they would have probably there. It would have been 4th and 2. 5:11 left here in the first quarter. So Oregon one possession. And this possession by Northwestern, moving it from their own 9-yard line. Right now, the ball on their own 48-yard line has taken almost 9 minutes to get to that point. 8.5 to 9 minutes.
Third down and 8. Back at the Northwestern 48-yard line. Right hash, 2 receivers each way for Preston Stone, the quarterback. Graduate student, snapping back to throw. Looking right, down the middle, tie and incomplete. Ball is intercepted. Betcher picked it out of the air, and Oregon has it inside the 40. Still on his feet at the 30. Inside of the 25. Finally a pile. Pulls him down at about the 21-yard line. Ball pumped into the air. We'll have to watch the replay and see who got the tip. I thought it went incomplete. Betcher didn't.
Bryce Betcher almost had an interception earlier in the drive, and this one batted up in the air. Oregon picks it off and gets up the field. And now Oregon makes the stop and has great field position.
Dusty, did you happen to see by any chance who tipped that?
I did not, because there was just a massive people, and Bryce Betcher just came out of nowhere with the ball in his hands. What an interception. What a play by the Oregon defense on fourth down.
Crazy. From having trouble stopping Northwestern to getting the ball back on a turnover, and you've got it inside the 25-yard line. At their 23.
Got to take advantage in a situation like this to really jump and get on top of Northwestern. Here's your opportunity.
And Luke Moga in the ball game, wearing number 10 way out to the left-hand side. Now he's going to come back to the formation. Dante's lined up out to the right in the slot. And this is going to be a keep by Moga. Run right and runs into a big pile at about the 21-yard line. So a little trickeration by Oregon early. Keep Northwestern guessing, huh?
Yeah, we know Moga can run. And obviously when Dante Mora comes back into motion, they think they might give it to him. He's going to throw the ball. Instead, he held on to it. Not much of a gain there, only 2 yards. That was Northwestern's 7th turnover this year. 5th interceptions, 7 total turnovers.
Gary Bryant and Dakari Moore go way out to the left. Lamar's out to the right, empty backfield, double tight ends. Now Lamar comes back and sets up to the left of Dante Moore, and the quarterback with the snap, handed off. Lamar up the middle, spins by 1, still at his feet inside of the 10, inside of the 9-yard line. Shook off a tackle at about the 14-yard line, and then nice cut.
Yeah, Northwestern has had some players in position to make the stop, but it's the strength and the agility of Lamar that gets himself out of that tackle and up the field. First down.
Lamar to the right of Dante. 2 receivers out to the left. Now Lamar shifts over. He's probably going to get... Nope, it's going to be a pass. Quick one out. It's got very low to Dakari Moore. Get by the 5. Juke another man at 4. The 3. The 2 inside and out of bounds. I got you. No, you don't. I got you. No, you don't.
I don't know how you kept up with that. All the different moves he's making out there, trying to get him in space. Dante Moore out to Dakari Moore, outside in space, make one move, cut back.
What a catch.
Great catch.
What a catch, too, huh? What a catch. Inside just at the 2-yard line, left hash. 2nd down and goal. It's Lamar to the left. He will get the handoff. Trying to find a hole. Not much there. The pile will try to push him, but that's going to be about back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a touch more, and it will be 3rd down and goal.
Well, this is where you have to show that you can move Northwestern's defensive line out of the way and get into the end zone. Your physicality should beat their physicality right here. And you got to obviously be able to do that because it just sends a message to the opposing team when you can run it down their throat. Let's see if Oregon does it.
2:30 remaining. Here's Oregon with Dante under center. Lamar the lone back. 2 receivers to the right. Now Sadiq in motion to the right. Going to pitch it to Lamar going left, and he will stroll into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Great movement. I mean, they had everybody moving right except for one guy.
Great play design. Great play design. Get the defense flowing one way, flip it back to the other Lamar, and Lamar just goes right into the corner of the end zone, untouched. Oregon on the board.
2:18 remaining. Oregon shows 2. Will they go for 2? They like it? Nope. Sadiq's going to bring them all back in, and they'll try the kick. Atticus Sappington to approach. James Ferguson Reynolds to hold. With Basso to snap it away. Ducks on the board first. Snap good, place good, kick is on the way up, and that is good as well. 2:18 remaining here in the first quarter. Oregon does get on the board first. 3 and out, punt it. Give up some ground, but then get the takeaway and turn it into money. Talk about that more when we come back. Oregon on top 7-zip here at Northwestern and the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Oregon Oregon.
He runs. He scores.
Northwestern.
Touchdown, Oregon.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
2:18 left first quarter, 7-0 Oregon. Bright sunshine now here at Northwestern of the drive.
Yeah, it wasn't so bright about 4 hours ago. We didn't think we were going to be playing this football game, but the Toyota Drive summary, Ducks on the board first. Bryce Betcher interception puts the Ducks at the 23, and the Toyota Drive summary, 5 plays, 23 yards in 2:37. Lamar with the 1-yard touchdown run and Sappington with the extra point. And with 2:18 left here in the first quarter, Oregon leads 7-0. And Dusty, you talked about Dante Moore really using his eyes to move the defense on that third goal play.
Yeah, the touchdown run by Jaden Lamar, you guys mentioned it. Everybody went to the right, and that was in part to a false pull by the offensive line. But Dante Moore, the quarterback, when he had Jaden Lamar going out to the left by himself, he led the defense to the right with his eyes, and then just a little flick to the running back, and it was open sailing. Great play design, but great execution by the quarterback and Dante Moore to move the defense with his eyes. You can do it in the passing game. He showed you can do it in the run game, too.
Hey, Dusty, I don't really know if he even looked. He just assumed or knew that Lamar was going to be there and flipped it without looking, didn't he?
Yeah, repetition, baby. I mean, that is trust in your running backs, and that's one of the most impressive things about Dante Moore. He has 6 different running backs that he works with. He trusts all of them the same, whether it's at the mesh point in the run game or on blind flips like that, apparently.
Ducks will kick it away deep. Joseph Hyman, Drew Wagner, the other receiver. Northwestern in all purple.
Hyman's going to play a lot of plays today, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I mean, without their leading back. Next man up. And Sappington ready to boot it into a wind. When the ball gets up into the air, it might be pulled down a little bit, but down low, not too bad. There's the ball. It's going very high, and it's going to pull up short of the 6. It'll be returned to the 10. Hyman to the 15 to the 20. Hyman spun around and gets free at the 40. 45 and out of bounds. My gosh. Naeem Alford finally gets the stop. But Hyman took off, got maybe spun a little bit, but got away and then was off to the races down the right sideline, right in front of the Oregon bench.
Yeah, in front of the Oregon bench, and really no contact with Hyman as he ran up the field, made a little bit of a cut to the right, and he was into the open field before Oregon made that stop. So great field position to start this drive for Northwestern.
Going to get a timeout, 2:11 remaining here in this first quarter, 7-0 Oregon. Northwestern with the ball on their second possession when we come back here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
We just kind of knew from the beginning that we were family.
They showcased a sense of love that I never had before. I mean, he's not only my parent, he's like my best friend.
At the end of the day, it's all been worth it. I wouldn't change a thing about our lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Evanston, Illinois. Martin Stadium at Northwestern Medicine Field here, overlooking Lake Michigan. And Dusty Harris down on the sideline of our Toyota sideline. Mike, Dusty, the wind did play a role in that kickoff that time.
Yeah, we mentioned in the pregame that on the field level, there is no breeze at all. But once you look up at the flags at the top of the field goal post, and they have flags on the temporary bleachers on both ends of the field, the wind is howling, and the ball took off, and it looked like one of those Atticus Sappington going out of the back of the end zone type kicks, but then it got to the peak and it just died and came straight down at that 6-yard line.
Great field position at their own 45-yard line for Northwestern. By the way, I neglected to mention that the Ducks didn't have just 1 3-and-out. They actually got a couple of first downs in that first possession. And like Joey mentioned it, we were so shocked that Oregon didn't score in that first drive. I was like, wow, 3-and-out. Now they actually got a couple of first downs.
Yeah, that's... doesn't that speak volumes, though, to how good Oregon's been to open games?
It does.
I mean, Coach Lanning, Coach Stein have said it recently, right? They like their openers.
It'll be first down at the 45, right hash. The running back is Joseph Hyman. Way out to the left, I believe. Lone receiver. Looks like a tight end. Number 2. Frank Covey, the 4th. Wasn't sure he was going to play today. Here's that I formation. The pistol look and hand it off and getting through for a moment. And then closing up in a hurry is Hyman. And off the bottom of the pile with some other Ducks. The number is, it was Giannis Kamalane is
the tailback.
Yeah, tailback. I thought it was Joseph Hyman.
It looked like 6
Hyman. Yeah, I thought it was.
Looked like 6 from the side, but
they're going to rotate quite a bit today.
Komalafe seems like he's been getting a lot of carries back there.
He is still in. He is 5'11", 210 pounds, redshirt sophomore. Stone from the shotgun. The pistol look with the running back right behind him. Snap, turn, play action to throw. Steps back, plenty of time, lot of time. Now throws it, kind of a delayed screener, maybe just a safety valve, Jorgie?
Yeah, he was going to be the guy that he goes to as a safety valve, but he was pretty well covered out there. And Stone just got really happy feet jumping up and down and threw an inaccurate ball that is caught by Komalafe, but for a big loss on that particular play. So it would have been better just to throw that thing low and let it go on the ground for an incompletion. Instead, 3rd and 13, Jerry?
4-10, it's a 4-yard loss. 3rd and 14, back at the Northwestern 41. So twin receivers out to the left, 2 to the right or the boundary side. And from the shotgun, Stone on 3rd down and very long. Snap to throw. Now throws it way over the head of everybody out of bounds. Joey was ready to make that catch. That ball, if the wind could have gotten underneath that, it would have been up here in the booth.
He'd have dropped it.
So there's 4th down. Oregon's defense has kind of found their footing.
Especially after that kickoff return, where Northwestern started with great field position and didn't do anything with it on this particular drive, and Oregon gets an opportunity here. And now comes the next challenge. This one a little bit easier because the punter has the wind at his back. It's tougher to catch it.
Luke Akers, and by the way, without the wind, he's an at 45-yard average.
Former UCLA kicker and punter. So good kicker.
Good snap. Punt very, very high into the wind. Gary Bryan Jr. comes way up. That ball is going to sail into the end zone on the fly.
Wind at his back.
Line of scrimmage was the 41-yard line. So that's a 59-yard punt from the line of scrimmage. From where he was standing, a little bit further. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Why not just let the quarter run? Because TV wants to get a commercial in. We'll do the same thing. 7-0 Oregon here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're cleaning up to host a backyard game day party or just powering through your fall projects, you can count on the performance of Steel. From blowers to chainsaws, Steel tools are built to go the distance. With legendary quality and real dealer support, you'll find the right tool and the right team for every job. Steel, proud supporter of your Oregon Ducks.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome back to Northwestern University, home of the Wildcats and their temporary stadium, a new one being built. They hope to have ready by next year. Ducks, you can listen to our broadcast live with no delay in Autzen Stadium, the way you used to be able to. And here today, that's right, you can do it wherever you go. All you need to do is go to goducks.com/in-venue audio, and you can catch every call in real time. Forgot that we're doing that everywhere. On the road, at home. We used to do it at home.
We're testing it out on the road today. A few Duck fans that are here as our beta testers.
Brought to you by Learfield and the Sportsbook Network. So Dusty can hear us that way. That's cool. He can actually hear the game for a change. Duck football also brought to you by Kohl's with the back-to-school styles that spoil them at prices that'll spoil you. From jeans and tees to sneakers and more, which means you can do it all without overdoing your budget when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. 7-0 Oregon. Half a minute remaining here in this first quarter. And Dusty, here you get a sense that Oregon maybe has kind of found their footing a little bit defensively and maybe offensively.
Yeah, it sure seemed like Bryce Betcher got unlocked after that interception. He had his head in on almost every play on that drive for Northwestern. And the music here is so loud. Guys, it's incredible how loud these speakers are.
Well, they have to turn the music off when the play starts. And I'm surprised they don't do it a little bit before. They're using it to their advantage like crowd noise. Way out to the right, Ducks, two receivers, one of those Malik Benson. And the music is still on. Now they finally turn it off as Oregon gets ready to go. Dante under center. Two wideouts to the right. In motion, McClellan comes to the right, making three to the right now. Dante going to go back, play action, roll right. Pressure comes, throws a short pass. McClellan knocked down immediately, basically at the line of scrimmage. And Dante had a lot of pressure on him right away.
Boy, they are getting to him quick on some of these plays. I think it was Aiden Hubbard, number 91, that was able to, he wasn't fooled by the play action and was right on top of Dante Moore.
He had 30 sacks last year. Makai Hughes in the backfield now beside Dante Moore. Two receivers out to the left, one to the right. And out to the right alone is Benson near that. Now that's the end of the quarter, and that's why everybody's standing up looking at each sideline. Quarter number one has come to an end. Lowest scoring quarter, much more than one would expect the way Oregon has played in the first two ball games. But we told you, it's Big Ten football. This is Northwestern. This is a step up. Ducks will continue with a 2nd down and 10 at their own 20 when we come back for quarter number 2. Oregon 7, Northwestern nothing here in the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember. Back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide your arms for this wayward son?
Welcome back. Quarter number 2 here. Beautiful day in Evanston. Didn't start out this way. We got up at 4 o'clock this morning, Central Time. Got here, 6 o'clock? Probably 5:30. I remember making the comment, boy, I'm glad it wasn't raining when we get to the press box. And then minutes after that, the skies literally opened up.
Did they ever?
It rained like, we don't see that kind of rain in Oregon. The field actually had some standing water on it for a while.
I don't see that kind of lightning in Oregon.
No, we don't. That was kind of crazy. Dusty Hara had a life jacket on as he headed down to the field to test the wireless.
I thought I was going to be swimming in Lake Michigan, not on the field here. It was something else. We had a couple of the Northwestern folks who've been great and really welcoming to us here, but they said, you guys are used to this. Jorgen and I kind of looked at him like, we're not used to this. Yeah. We're used to when it starts raining, it doesn't stop for 4 months, but it's steady.
Yeah, when Dusty went down to test the mic, we decided to rename him Rod, didn't we?
Okay, Lightning.
Mr. Lightning Rod himself.
Me and Ben Franklin got something in common.
Yeah. There are still some pretty good whitecaps out on Lake Michigan. I just got to remind myself that I'm not looking at
like
the
an ocean.
It does. It just, those are big waves. They have a dredge probably 200-300 yards offshore here in Lake Michigan, and you can see the waves hitting against it and just crashing over it. So the wind is a little bit of a factor. If it comes down to a long field goal try at any point in the ball game, that wind is going to be a factor. They said it might dry off a little bit early afternoon, but I don't know.
Not a lot of offense in that first quarter. Oregon only 49 total yards of offense, 39 for Northwestern. So defense is kind of owning the day right now.
Cooper Perry in at a receiver, 6'4" or 6'1", 194. The true freshman. He's had a really good fall camp. Said I would not be surprised if we see that young man playing. He just has a knack for grabbing the ball.
Yes, a couple young guys in on that first down play. Not only McClellan, obviously, Cooper Perry, and I don't remember who the third receiver was out there, but again, just a bunch of young guys in there playing football.
Sadiq, Perry, and McClellan all come to the left. I think that's Gary Bryant Jr. out to the right. And Dante Moore empties the backfield now. This is going to be a pass. Looks left. Slant. Got it. Cooper Perry. There's your guy. Makes the grab right away and drag backwards to about the 25. They'll give him forward motion to the 27-yard line. Braden Bruss, the linebacker, wraps him up. That wide receiver to the right, Malik Benson, not Gary Bryant Jr. He stays out there, and all other three receivers come to the left. Sadiq the inside. In the backfield, Mekhi Hughes. Dante Moore, shotgun. Third down and 3. Snap. Hand it off, and Hughes will get the first down. A little bit more across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Mekhi Hughes, 6'1", 195. The senior, the transfer from Florida State. 25 catches last year at Florida State. And it's first down Oregon. 3 receivers again will stay out to the left, but tighter to the formation. In the backfield, Hughes to the right of Dante Moore. McClellan, or rather Benson. Now Perry in motion to the right. Back to throw again. Wants to throw to screen. Got it to Sadiq. The body gets it up the field. 40. Good blocking across the 43 to the 45. On the stop, got to get into the secondary. John Stevens Jr. finally makes the tackle, but I'm not sure that's something he wanted to have to do.
No, good tackle by Stevens, frankly, because it looked like Sadiq was going to get a lot more yardage. Jeffrey caught and made that cut up the field. But Stevens came over, got him around his ankles, and brought him down.
In the ball game, Jamari Johnson out a wide receiver. And also in the backfield now, Jay Harris lines up behind Dante Moore. So 2 receivers go to the right, 1 to the left. More of an H. In motion, McClellan left. Let's give it up the middle. Cut. Trying to get a little more than a couple, and Harris is going to be wrapped up for a very short gain. He'll get a couple, and that's it. It'll be second down and about 8. Yeah, a pack of Wildcats. It's encouraging, Jorgie, to see the numbers of different guys getting to touch the ball. I mean, this is a tight ball game, and we're seeing depth.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those ones where you're seeing depth, but you almost want to see, for me, I want to see somebody get hot back there. Somebody that gets into the flow of the game.
Denson comes alone to the left. Sadiq tied in to the right. 2 receivers further out to the right. One of those, McClellan. Dante with Harris to his left. Going to be a handoff on a delay. Harris got a little room. Is going to get a first down across the 45 to the 40 and to the 38-yard line, maybe the 37 of Northwestern. Boy, little jumping back and forth, looking for running room. Not lowering his head, but looking where to run.
Reading the blocks and cutting off them is what Jay Harris did. Nice gain on that play, but a really nice call go ahead and take that snap and hesitate, count 1, count 2, and as that pass rush comes around, Dante Moore hands it off. Jay Harris goes up the middle.
And we used to call those kind of like a draw play?
That was a draw play.
That's a draw play. 2 receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Dante running on first down at 38, back to throw. Has time, going deep. Got him down there, and that I thought there might be a little hand in the back action there. Benson was there, but he had pretty good cover by Josh Fussell, but I thought Fussell kind of got into his back a little bit. Hard to see from up here at this angle. Maybe both got their feet wrapped up around each other's, goes incomplete.
Yeah, it didn't look like a lot of pushing. It's almost like when I saw Benson's feet hit the ground, it's almost like they slipped out from under him at the same time. But again, I think it just got tangled up a little bit, both guys.
Corey Moore comes left, way to the right goes McClellan and Cooper Perry. Inside of them, the big tight end. Here's second down at 10. Back to throw Dante Moore. A little pressure, going to run away from it to his right. He can run it if he wants, goes to throw anyway, make the grab to Corian Moore for the first down. Had to go low to get it. For a moment, I thought Dante Moore was just going to run it himself. At the last moment, he unleashed it. And it's a big first down to the 27-yard line of Northwestern. Corey Moore stays out to the left with McClellan. Cooper Perry will come out there as well. The tight end is Jamari Johnson. And they'll go with first and 10 from the 27. Quick snap, back to throw again. Little swing pass out to Perry. Trying to get by one, now can't get it wrapped up for no gain, maybe a loss of a yard. They'll give him no gain, back to the 27.
Yeah, just not quite enough speed to be able to cut back or to get outside either way with Cooper Perry. It's one of those ones where he's matched up on one of the best defensive backs they have, Fred Davis II. He's a player. He's a really good corner, and he was one out there on Cooper Perry. Easily more speed than Perry made the play.
Second down and 11 at the 28-yard line. A loss of 1. Dante ready for the snap. Dane Lamar in the game gets the handoff. Lamar almost a straight arm to get free, still dragging, and will finally go inside about the 23. Who had to hold him for dear life? Robert Fitzgerald made the hit. If he doesn't hold on, Lamar's going to go a ways, but he wraps him around the leg and just squeezes tight.
Leading tackler on the team, and you wonder why. Right there, it looked like Lamar was going to beat him one-on-one. Fitzgerald made the play.
Third down and 7 from the 24. Second quarter action, 7-0 Oregon. Dante looks to the side. We're at the 9:53 mark here in the first half. Oregon up 7-0. 3 receivers out to the right. One of those the tight end, Sadiq, on the inside. And Dante on 3rd and 7. Snap, straight drop. Pressure comes, throws it, goes left side, catch, not. No, he had it. When he hit the ground, it came out. DeCorian Moore, it would have been a great catch if he could have made it, because he'd have had a foot down, but he just could not quite hold on.
Could not hold on to it. That would have been a really difficult catch over there on the sideline. Ball thrown behind on purpose so that DeCorian Moore could stop, go back, and try to make that outside catch, be able to hold on to it, but it got stripped from him as he went out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a very good defensive play. Josh Fussell made that stop. So field goal try for the 32, a 42-yard try for Atticus Sappington. Got the wind with him, but it's crossing a little bit. From the 32, a 42-yard try is in the air, plenty long enough, and he got it inside the left upright. And the Ducks will add a field goal, an all-state field goal with that kick. The good hands at All-State contribute to the Ducks Athletic Scholarship Funds for student-athletes across all sports. Thank you, All-State. So the Ducks will get their first score in the second quarter today by the field goal, and we'll take the timeout. 9:28 remaining here in the first half now in the second quarter. Ducks up 10-0 over Northwestern here in the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Willamette Valley Cancer Institute, we know fighting cancer takes more than courage. It takes the most advanced care possible. That's why we offer the latest immunotherapies, targeted treatments, precision radiation, robotic surgery, and access to leading-edge clinical trials. We're not just fighting cancer. We're pushing the boundaries of what's possible right here at home. With locations in Eugene, Springfield, Albany, Corvallis, Florence, Newport, and Lincoln City, expert care is within reach. Find out how you can fight like a duck at OregonCancer.com.
From the first whistle to the final play, being an Oregon fan calls for commitment and support. Nature-Made vitamins are your winning play.
from the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Nature Made is made to care for fans on game day and every day. So you can go all in on big wins, tough losses, and still show up for your team every time. Nature Made, the official vitamin and supplement of Oregon football, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Ducks.
Pressure comes, throws, catch made, touchdown!
Wildcats.
Oregon's offense is rolling.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Thank you and welcome back to Northwestern, where Duck Football is brought to you by SiriusXM. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports. Channel 84, streaming on the SiriusXM app. And by Hoodoo, your locally owned and operated destination for winter fun and a proud supporter of Oregon athletics. I'm trying to look like Dante Moore, handing off a
Look
card.
away. That's right.
Look away.
You're looking at me and handing the card the other way. That's pretty tricky. So, hey, the Toyota drive somebody there for Oregon. 12 plays, 56 yards. I forgot to get the time on that one. In 6:03 is what it took. So a lot of minutes, a lot of plays, only 3 points to show for it, but they got points out of it. Atticus Sappington with the field goal, and Oregon leads 10-0, 9:28 left here in the first half. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, I would assume that this ball is probably going to go out of the end zone. Sappington will kick it off. And deep. Hyman, who had a good kick return the last time, but it was into the wind. This one's going to go high and going to be returnable. Nope, it's going to go into the back of the end zone. That
looks like it.
The wind just gets underneath that ball. Dusty, that wind, I mean, down on the field, you says not much, so probably not affecting the passing game, but the kicking game, yeah.
Not much in the passing game at all because it's a high wind, but when that ball reaches its peak, it just starts carrying. It's like when you have your pitching wedge and you're on the golf course and you just sit there and you go, oh, that's good. That's not good. That's just going. That's going. Familiar with that.
Yeah,
Familiar with that.
Yeah, that's my drive, my short game, even my putter. Preston Stone, 6'1", 215-pound graduate student at quarterback, the transfer from SMU. Tight end goes left. That's Alec Lyons. 3 receivers strung out to the right from his own 25. Back to throw right away. Swings it out short. Catch made. And a good 8 or 9 yard pickup by the man out of the back, Joseph Hyman. Little tailback just slips out.
Preston Stone, nothing downfield. Doesn't need to force it down the field, so just go ahead and take a layup to the outside for a quick little 7-yard gain. And this is the down and distance where you can do a lot of things offensively. 2nd and 3, you can throw it, you can run it and just move the chains, or you can even go deep and see if you can try to hit a big play.
We go double tight end and line up with 2 backs in the backfield. One of those offset as a tight end. And there's movement by Northwestern. That'll change the play call.
Sure does.
It'll bring up
start.
2nd down.
Offense, number 60. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Yeah, 2nd down now and long. And Dusty Harris downstairs with a Toyota sideline mic.
A wrinkle that confused the offensive line. You saw Mateo Uyunglele come in alongside Blake Purchase, Tatum Tuioti, Amari Washington, and Bear Alexander. You had 5 down linemen for the Oregon Ducks and a lot of yellow hats that are scary on a pass rush.
So 2nd down and long, 2nd down and 8. From the 27, going to hand that one off up the middle. There's a hole, and that'll be a 1st down run. Wow, Hyman is very fast out of the backfield. Took the 2nd level, Kingston Lopa, to finally get him down.
And when you've got a hole to run through like that, you could show your quickness and explosiveness. And that's exactly what Hyman did there. And again, right now, Northwestern, in this first half, even though no points to show for it, they've run the ball pretty well against Oregon.
10-0 Oregon with the lead. Up to the 36-yard line now is Stone and the Wildcats. 2 receivers, 1 each way. Big number 80, Elegon to second. And here's the turn, play action, fake, rolling right, throw. Wants the dump pass and got it. And the tight end's going to get upended at about the 48-yard line. That's Hunter Welsing. He's 6'3", 250. Once he got a little head of steam up, he's hard to bring down.
They did a great job of putting Blake Purchase in a really tough spot. You either got to come up and get the quarterback, or you got to float back and stay with the running back. He chose the quarterback. Stone just dumped it right over the top of him to the wide open running back, and a big gain there for Northwestern on the play. So you got a decision to make right there, and Blake Purchase, unfortunately, made the wrong one.
Aaron Johnson upended Welching, but not before he had the big first down to the 47. Almost the 48. Motion goes all the way left. Turn, play, action, roll right. Ball slipped out of the hand of the quarterback, and he'll get back on it. Oh, my gosh. Almost a disaster. Tatum Tuioti was chasing, and Stone just moved his arm, and the ball slipped out.
Ball slipped out of his hand, and Tuioti tackled him, hoping to keep him away from the ball, but Stone was able to get just close enough to the ball to be able to grab his arm, put his arm out on the ball, and be able to snuggle that ball in. That was so close.
So is that considered a sack? That's a great, I mean, it's a fumble, and the quarterback got on the ball. Technically a keeper, maybe not a sack. We'll certainly find out. Second down and very long now. Second down and 28. Here's a handoff. Just play it safe and go right, trying to get the edge, and Hyman will get a little bit. And up to the 38-yard line, where it'll be still very long. Quarterback keeper fumble recovery. So Tatum Tuioti would say, no, that's a sack.
Well, here's your chance again, third and long to get the ball back. Here in the second quarter with the wind at your back, 6:01 left here in the first half. Oregon leading 10-0. Make the stop here, get the possession, and get the offense back to work.
It's your own 39-yard line. You'll send three receivers out to the left, one close to the right, that's Eligon, and one back on third down and 19. Stone snapping back to throw. Pump fake, hit, and will go down. There is your sack. Mateo Uyangalale with a sack. Forced up inside was Stone, and then Mateo was right there.
Nobody open downfield, and Oregon's defenders doing a great job of keeping everything in front of them, figuring that you throw the short pass if you want to, but we'll rally to the ball and make the tackle. Stone didn't even get that one off as Uyangalale makes the sack.
Oregon with 6 sacks on the year now for Mateo. That's his third sack. 2 coming in. Here's the punt coming up.
Now watch this ball. When it goes up in the air, it's going to drop quick.
Going to die in a Luke Akers. Snap, punt, very, very high. Oh, boy, he sailed that ball. Going to go inside the 10 and bounce inside the 15 to about the 11-yard line. And that ball
into the wind. Good punter.
Down. The flags on the sticks on the goalpost are just hanging. No breeze at all. On the other end, crazy. Timeout, but the Ducks hold. Will get the ball back, leading 10-0. Here with 4:51 left in this first half. Time for a drive. See if they can put it together. 10-0 Ducks here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
There's nothing like the warmth of a campfire. But when it's left unattended, a campfire can destroy your favorite outdoor destinations. Don't let this happen to you. Make sure you have water and a shovel close to the campfire. Put the campfire completely out before calling it a night and before leaving the campsite. Drown the fire with water, stir the coals, and drown it again until it is cool to the touch. Score one for Oregon by keeping our forests green and beautiful. Learn more about campfire safety at keeporegongreen.org.
Hey, Duck fans, it's a great day for a Duck game. We got a big party going, and Kenny Wheaton has joined the party. Whoa, the Ducks are going to need some refreshments here. There's a dang green IPA from Hop Valley in the corner of the cooler. It's selected. Kenny Wheaton's going to pour. Dang green, the most incredible choice for a football game.
The official craft beer of the Ducks is Dang Green.
Hop Valley Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon. Please celebrate responsibly.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now, so good to see you here.
Welcome back to Northwestern Medicine Field here in, I almost say Chicago. It's Evanston. It's outside of Chicago, probably, 10 miles maybe?
Yeah.
Got that? Duck football brought to you by Les Schwab Tire Centers, doing the right thing since 1952. You got some scores?
I do, yeah. We're not the only early game today. The Safeway scoreboard update brought to you by Safeway. And looking at some of the games around the country right now, Georgia Tech and Clemson playing. Georgia Tech 13-0 leading that game midway through the second quarter. Oklahoma up big on Temple, 25-0, playing at Temple, which is kind of odd. I didn't think Oklahoma would ever play someplace like that, but they're playing at Temple this week, leading by 25. That game, middle of the second quarter as well. Number 10, Alabama leads Wisconsin 14-0. 3 minutes left in the first half in that game. And looks like Michigan also up on Central Michigan. That game, about 4 minutes left in the first half. Michigan leads 28-0. And Auburn up on South Alabama 7-0. The official grocery partner of the Oregon Ducks is Safeway. Safeway scoreboard update.
What is Joey Mack excited about over here? Yeah,
just anything.
Just anything. Just anything.
Doesn't matter.
It's like a kid in a candy store.
No.
Feels like I'm back in high school here. I mean,
it really
so much
does.
fun.
It feels like a high school game. But a lot of green and yellow.
Yeah.
I mean half. I'm going to say half from our vantage here. I don't know. We'll check with
Dustin. Not much of an atmosphere.
No.
That's what makes it kind of odd here. And
Northwestern bringing my own juice, guys. Come on.
Northwestern's defense has played pretty dang good so far here today. They have Oregon deep in their own territory.
Dante Moore under center will send 3 receivers out to his right, and Lamar in the backfield. Ducks communicating amidst the noise here, which is not much. And Dante turned, hands it off to Lamar, going to the left, gets his legs taken out from underneath him, but never hit the ground, now goes down. Looked like he was going down, but bounced off of somebody and got his legs underneath him and got another yard or two.
Fitzgerald, I think, is the guy that comes up and hits him at the line of scrimmage. Just a solid blue-collar player back there, very much like Thieneman for Oregon. Heady player, nose for the football, and when he hits you, you don't go anywhere.
Pick up a yard, 2nd down and 9. Shotgun again for Dante this time. All 3 receivers out to his right. Lamar, little motion, gets the handoff going right. Going to get wrapped up from behind before he can get it back to the line of scrimmage. He falls forward, maybe back to the original line, and it'll be 3rd down and long.
Not fooled at all. No. Aiden Hubbard, number 91, just crashed right down the line of scrimmage, read the play, and chased him down from behind. So very slow developing play and a good tackle by Hutchins.
So 3rd down and 10. Ducks at their own 11-yard line. Look to the sideline to get the play called. They've got it. Play clock down, but plenty of time. 3:39 left in the half. Here's the snap and back to throw. Dante with time. Downfield, caught it. 1st down. Decorian Moore will get hit hard as he gets into the 31-yard line. How about Dante Moore standing in there? Pressure was starting to come, but he never felt it and stepped up and delivered.
That's a tough place to have your head screwed on straight when you're inside your own 10-yard line down there.
Here's a snap and back to throw again. Looking left. We'll fire it out left to the sideline. And diving. Nice catch, Benson.
On time. Wasn't that beautiful standing right where we were right here?
Yeah.
Being able to see Benson come out of his break and the ball's already halfway there by Dante Moore. No way as a defender that you could get to that ball. That was fun watching that from this angle right here. We were at the perfect angle.
Another 1st down to the 43 of Oregon left hash. Clock at 2:48. It's still moving. Ducks up 10-0. Dante Moore for the shotgun and a whistle, maybe a timeout.
It is.
Timeout. Northwestern, their 1st and a half. Full media timeout.
So with 2:42 remaining, Northwestern with Oregon peeling up a couple of big chunks through the air. Decides they want to talk about it and reset their defense. We'll take the timeout. Duck Football brought to you by Kohl's. Back to school styles that'll spoil them at prices that'll spoil you. From jeans and tees to sneakers and more, which means you can do it all without overdoing your budget when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. 10-0. Oregon with the lead. 1st down when we come back with 2:42 left in the first half here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone or just taking a deep, calming breath to ground yourself. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org.
.242 left first half, 10-0 Oregon Ducks trying to get more. Good field position at their own 43, but only 2:42 left. Duck football brought to you by Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose chill, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Having fun. I feel like Friday Night Lights, but it's not Friday night, and there are no lights.
There were this morning.
12,000 capacity here. Northwestern Medicine Field.
There were a lot of lights this morning, right? Not only the lights that were on, but there were a few flashing ones.
Dusty Hara down to the sideline, our Toyota sideline bike. Fans, I'm going to say 60-40. Maybe Oregon's got the 40. Could they be 60?
Look, it is pretty close to 50-50. Now, in front of you guys, there is more purple on the Northwestern sideline, but there's a lot of green and yellow sprinkled in. If you look down on the left side of the stadium, it is majority green and yellow. You got green and yellow all down Oregon sideline, and on the right side, it is probably about 50-50 on that, on the end, in the end zone as well. I don't know. The bigger grandstands have a lot more green and yellow than purple.
That's amazing. Duck fans travel well, and there are a lot of Duck fans who live out here in the Midwest. This makes it easier for them to get to come see their Ducks. I'm sure they got a lot of tickets. So 3 receivers come out to the left-hand side, DeCorian Moore, Malik Benson, and Gary Bryant Jr. And in the backfield, Davids, he gets the handoff going right. Try to cut it off, and we'll get it back to the line of scrimmage. Hasn't been a whole lot running laterally, particularly to the right-hand side.
Yeah, I almost feel like Oregon's run game, to be really successful, has got to be north-south. But because when they've gone outside, you look at some of the linebackers like Mac Uline, they can run. They can really run. And Fitzgerald comes up from the secondary, too.
Malik Benson, Love Moore. And Gary Bryant on the inside. Now 2 receivers to the left, 1 out to the right. And a 2-minute timeout. That's what they're waiting for. Everybody just stands. Everybody just standing, looking. Oregon looking at Northwestern. Northwestern looking at Oregon. Everybody's, what's going on? Well, we're coming up to 2-minute warning. We're getting another timeout. We'll take it. Dusty Harris said it a moment ago, if it wasn't so many breaks in this game, we'd be already in the middle of the third quarter. It's been going pretty fast. 10-0, Oregon with a lead. 2-minute warning here in the first half on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially. Like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give duck fans more for the things they care about. More for the game. More for gear. More for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Ducks fans, with McDelivery from McDonald's, the only thing you'll be walking to is Autzen Stadium. Whether you're fueling up before the tailgate or coming home after the W, your favorites are just a tap away. Because it's always a good day for golden fries, crispy chicken sandwiches, and hearty breakfasts delivered right to your door. That's McDelivery from McDonald's, the official breakfast of Oregon Athletics. At participating McDonald's, most often to rewards, delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery other fees may apply. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I left my heart in Oregon. Oh, I left my heart in Oregon. Yeah, I left my heart in Oregon.
Early start on the West Coast, 11 o'clock here in the Midwest, 9 a.m. kickoff on the West Coast. So while you were all sleeping and having pleasant dreams, We got up at 4 a.m. here Central Time, and it's going to be a long day, but we will get home at a reasonable hour tonight, huh? That's a good story. 10-0 Oregon with a lead here. 2-minute timeout or 2-minute warning at the end of the first half. And Jordan, you mentioned it. You got to give credit where credit is due, and that's Northwestern defense. They're showing up.
I like the way they play. Just very blue-collar, sound, disciplined type of defense, and they've got some athletes out there, too. Mac Uline, the inside linebacker, is a really nice player. Robert Fitzgerald, their free safety, comes up and has made a lot of key plays to keep Oregon just to that last drive to a field goal versus maybe more yards and a potential touchdown for Jaden Lamar. I look at the outside guys like Aiden Hubbard, number 91, playing some excellent football. Anto Saka, number 4, has really good speed. Chased down Dante Moore when he scrambled out to the right, completed the pass, but just about got him from behind. So they've got the right players in the right places to be able to defend this Oregon offense. Oregon's just going to have to be patient, take what they give you, and just keep getting points off of these drives and finish off this first half.
You mentioned Saka. He had 9 sacks over the last 2 years. That's how good he is. So you got to be aware. And Aiden Hubbard on the other end. 13 sacks over the last 2 years. So their edge rushers are really, really good. So 3 receivers come way out to the left. That's Gary Bryant Jr., Moore, and Benson. And Lamar in the backfield on 2nd down and 9. Moore with a snap back to throw. Has time. Looks, still looking. Now backpedal a little bit. Now going to run to his right to get out of trouble. And will run. Keeps it down the sideline and out of bounds. Short of the first down. And short of the 50-yard line is going to go to about the 47-yard line. No, mark it at the 45-yard line. So he stepped out way short. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
Boy, it looked like he was further up the field from over here, too.
So 3 receivers come out. Nick had 4 because Lamar and Sadiq are to the outside. Now Lamar goes back to join Dante Moore. 1 receiver alone to the right, so trips left on 3rd and 8 from their own 45. Back to throw Dante Moore. Pressure comes, gets away from it. Will throw it downfield. It's caught down at the 35, and Benson will have the first down for Oregon. Blake Benson. And Dante Moore is really playing well.
Boy, that pocket presence is just perfect there. He steps right up. Everybody goes by him, keeps his eyes down the field, hits Malik Benson.
Oregon going quickly, and Northwestern's got to call timeout. They were late getting players on the field. They tried to get some of their defense changed, but Oregon didn't change anybody, so the Ducks were going to run a play. Northwestern was still getting set. They had to burn a timeout. Dante Moore having a
getting it going on this drive in particular.
Pretty good. What, 12 of 15, 101. But not that he's 12 of 15, but the way he's completed the 12 passes. I mean, he really has. Oh, there's a beautiful butterfly. That's got to mean something. He has. No, he's pocket presence. You mentioned it. No happy feet. Keeping his eyes downfield. Moving around. I mean, it's just. He's so veteran.
I mean, to this point, he's just made really nice decisions. Even if it's only for a 3 or 4 yard gain and you don't get big yards out of it, he's making the right decisions. He's in control, which is what you want to see from your quarterback.
2 receivers go out to the right. Benson comes left on 1st down and 10. Ducks at the 35 of Northwestern with a minute and a half left. Gary Bryant Jr. comes all the way left. Snap. Handed off up the middle, busting for about 8-9 yards, across the 30 to the 27-yard line, marked at the 28. Yeah, that's a good hard run.
Boy, by the end of this game, Lamar and Fitzgerald are going to be really good friends.
2nd down and 4 after the 6-yard pickup. Oregon ready to run in a hurry. There's a snap. Give it to him again. Lamar up the middle, going to get short of the first down. Wrapped up around the ankles. Carmine Baston was the defensive tackle on that side. Got him by the ankles, and again, just would not let go. Otherwise, he's gone.
Just basically creating a pile there, getting off the block, and being able to get Lamar around the ankles. And the way that you get Lamar down, because he's such a strong, sturdy runner, is you got to grab by the ankles so he can't go anywhere.
2 receivers each way for Dante. Lamar in the backfield. On 3rd down, about 4. Going to keep and run up the middle and get the first down. Dives for it. Oh, he got hit in the head. Helmet got taken off. The reason that helmet came off, I thought it was because John Stevens Jr. hit him in the head and took that helmet off.
Timeout, Oregon. Their first of the half.
Boy, I would be looking at that. I think Lanning is wanting them to look at that too.
He popped right up. He's going to be okay. Oregon calls timeout with him. 37 seconds remaining. As we'll get a chance to watch the replay here. 10-0 Oregon. Ducks trying to add to that. A touchdown would be very, very big.
But yeah, it did. It just felt like there was kind of a purposeful shot to the head as he went down.
Yeah, he scrambled when he went down. Yeah, it was John Stevens who hit him in the head hard enough to yank his helmet off with the hit.
It's almost like he caught the back of his helmet. We'll see it right here on the replay. When he comes in, his body.
It was his body. That's a clean hit. Yep. That's a clean hit. So here's first down and 10 at the 24-yard line of Northwestern with 37 seconds remaining. Oregon still has 2 timeouts. Dante Moore snapping back to throw. Steps up, throws toward the end zone. Sadiq's got it for the touchdown. Kenyon Sadiq turns around, backing up, and grabs that ball, falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
I just don't know how you cover him with anybody but a corner. And that's what Northwestern got themselves into a situation there. They had coverage over the top and coverage underneath, but there's a gap that Kenyon Sadiq finds, and also Dante Moore just throws it on a rope right to him for the touchdown.
Kenyon Sadiq, second touchdown of the season. Touchdowns on the year now, passing wise for Dante, and impressive. Ducks have not run the ball overly efficiently, 69 yards rushing in the first half. So the Northwestern defense against the run has been very, very stout. So the Ducks have taken what is there, and that's through the air.
Nice 2-minute offense. 31 seconds left here in the first half. I'll get you just a minute here, the Toyota drive summary.
Gage Jurek will kick the ball off this time with the wind at his back. The last couple have gone into, one went into the end zone. One early into the wind was returned on a nice return. This one's going to be with the wind at his back, very, very high. And this one's going to go way back and back of the end zone and come out to the 25.
Impressive drive, Jerry. Toyota drive summary for the Oregon Ducks. 11 plays, 89 yards, 24-yard touchdown pass to Sadiq on the play. Atticus Sappington with the extra point, and the Ducks got into that 2-minute mode. Scored. 31 seconds left here in the first half. But Oregon now leads 17-0, as I said, with 31 seconds left here in the first half. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
And Northwestern into a safe offense. Normally at the end of a ball game, you'll hover around the quarterback, take a knee, and let the clock run out. They don't even try to run a play here at the end of the first half. I don't know that I've seen a team do that with almost half a minute remaining. But down 17-0, feeling safer by getting their team off the field and talk about it in at halftime. Yeah, let's go down to Dusty Harrop.
Coach, your quarterback Dante Moore takes a hit and then comes up with 2 big plays at the end of that drive. What are you seeing for number 5?
The guy's playing really special right now, man. He's making unbelievable reads. He's doing a great job. We got a great quarterback right there.
Defensively, you guys have been stout all season long, but they're getting a couple of run plays on you. What have you been seeing on?
We got to stop the run in the second half, right? But they've been more advantageous for us. They took the big sack there on the bobble play by the quarterback. They threw us a pick. Right, we got to get some stops on first down.
All right, you got a long walk. Good luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
Dusty Harrop with head coach Dan Lanning. It's our halftime interview brought to you by Toyota. Dan Lanning and Toyota. Let's go places. Well, wasn't that long ago, Jorge, that we were talking about Northwestern having the ball with about 8 minutes left in the half going, what they need to do here is a long clock-killing drive, keep the ball away from Oregon. All of a sudden, the Ducks get 2 scores, and what Northwestern had is gone.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I just think, again, what's happened here, Jerry, and another part of Oregon that I'm seeing at least so far in this game in the first half is a patient team, a patient offense, take what they give you, a defense that's bent a couple of times but hasn't broken, taken the ball away, some key plays that Northwestern hasn't made that Oregon's defense has made, has given the ball back to their offense, and that last drive to go 89 yards and basically take all the clock off the end of the first half and to get a touchdown was really big, as Northwestern will get the ball to start the second half.
Well, we saw from Oregon, got a little pressure from Northwestern. All right, all of a sudden it wasn't easy. No panic, though. Just do what you do.
They need to see that.
They need to see that. Well, 17-0. A little different than what Oregon saw the first couple of ball games against a good Northwestern defense. But they have figured some things out, and they have a 17-0 lead here at the half in Evanston, Illinois. Northwestern, Oregon, Ducks on top now here at halftime. Scores, highlights, a lot more coming up. It's halftime on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck, yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Jess Sims is always looking to take her performance to the next level.
Mom's facing you, then you're going to switch.
You got this, Jess.
We got this.
And she needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
About the mental work.
Together we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us. Visit usbank.com today to get started. Member FDIC, copyright 2025 U.S. Bank.
Valley River Inn is a proud partner of Oregon Athletics and your go-to game day stay. Just minutes from Watson and right on the Willamette River. Enjoy 250 newly renovated rooms, a fitness center, bike rentals, outdoor pool, and riverside dining at Sweetwater's on the river. Whether you're in town for kickoff or need a local escape, catch the game, then catch your breath with us. Fans score 15% off with code HOMETEAM. Visit valleyriverin.com and make your stay a win.
Welcome to Evan Williams Bourbon Nation, home of Game Day Spirit, where the rivalries run deep and the bourbon runs deeper. As Game Day's #1 pour, Evan Williams is your go-to for every toast, tailgate, and touchdown this season. Whether you're sipping it neat on the rocks or mixing it up with your favorite cocktail, Evan Williams Bourbon is with you from every play to every pour. Find your bottle at evanwilliams.com and let's make every game count. Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43 to 45% alcohol by volume, 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck, yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
I left my heart in Oregon. Oh, I left my heart in Oregon. Yeah, I left my heart.
The first half is in the books. Time now for college football's most refreshing halftime show. Presented by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. A first half recap. Scores from the Big Ten and the rest of college football are all ahead on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Well, it's 17-0 at the halfway mark between the Ducks and the Wildcats, with Oregon in the lead. Ashley Gentry here with you inside the Learfield Network studios, breaking down the first half of the first road game of the season for your Oregon Ducks. Coin flip favored Northwestern, who would choose to defer to start the game, so it would be Dante and the Ducks offense set to receive. First drive starts at their own 25 for Oregon, alternating between the pass and run game, picking up a hard-earned first down. Northwestern defense not giving up much on this first drive for the Ducks, who are forced to punt for the first time in the first half this season. First time they've not scored in the opening drive as well, but a great punt by Reynolds, pinning the Wildcats on their own 9-yard line. Preston Stone, the quarterback for Northwestern, 14-4 in career starts, brings out his offense and uses the ground game to pick up a couple of 2 quick first downs, getting out of their own backfield for some room to work, now on their own 38. Almost picked off by Betcher there on second down, but a little too hot, leading to a fourth down try. by Northwestern, they would get it, and the Wildcats moving down the field slowly but surely with just 6 minutes left on the clock in the first quarter. 3rd and 8 after an illegal formation penalty called against Northwestern, and Bryce Betcher would get another chance to pull in a Preston Stone pass.
Back at the Northwestern 48-yard line. Right hash, 2 receivers each way for Preston Stone, the quarterback. Graduate student, snapping back to throw. Looking right, down the middle, tie and incomplete. Ball is intercepted. Betcher picked it out of the air, and Oregon has it inside the 40. Still on his feet at the 30. Inside of the 25. Finally a pile. Pulls him down at about the 21-yard line.
Tipped by a Wildcat into the hands of Betcher, and suddenly a strong drive by Northwestern turns into a first down for the Ducks on the Wildcats' 19. 3rd and goal now for Oregon, and just 1 yard between Jaden Lamar and 6 points for Oregon.
Oregon with Dante under center. Lamar the lone back. 2 receivers to the right. Now Sadiq in motion to the right. Going to pitch it to Lamar going left, and he will stroll into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Great movement right. Man, they had everybody moving right except for one guy.
The 7th turnover of the season for Northwestern leads to a no-look flip pass from Moore to Lamar, and 6 points on the board for the Ducks. 7-0 after the field goal, and Oregon leads with 2:20 left on the clock in the first quarter. Hyman ran the kickoff back to set up the Wildcats on their own 45. So good field position here for the home team after the turnover, but in vain because the Wildcats go 3 and out here, giving the ball right back to Dante Moore and the Ducks with an opportunity to create a little space early with under a minute to go in the first quarter. First quarter clock would expire, though, with a 2nd down and 10 for the Ducks to start. Jay Harris with a nice run up the middle for first down in Wildcat territory, 38-yard line, with just over 10 to go until halftime. Go back to the air for a big first down to the 27. More to more there on the play. Lamar almost got away on a run play, but free safety Fitzgerald would bring him down to set up a 3rd and 7, incomplete pass, and the Ducks would settle for a 42-yard field goal try by Sappington. It's good, and now 10-0 Ducks with 9.5 to go. Ball back with the Wildcats, and Joseph Hyman proving to be the go-to guy for Northwestern in the first half. He'd find a hole to pick up 9 and a fresh set of downs for Stone, but a near disaster with Tuioti breathing down his neck, forcing a fumble, but covered up by Stone for a loss of 18. Stone able to avoid Tuioti, but wouldn't be able to shake Uyunglele.
And one back on 3rd down and 19. Stone snapping back to throw. Pump fake, hit, and will go down. There is your sack. Mateo Uyunglele with a sack. Forced up inside was Stone, and then Mateo was right there.
Stone cold sack for Mateo, and the Ducks take over on their own 11-yard line with just under 5 minutes to go in the half. Dante Moore hitting his marks, moving Oregon down the field now on their own 43 with 2:42 to go after a 20-yard dime to Decorian Moore. Moore with 49 of the 81 passing yards here in the first half of a prime target against Northwestern today. Moore connects with Benson for a 20-yard deep pass and a first down now in Wildcat territory with 32 seconds to go. And who else but Kenyon Sadiq to take it home.
Dante Moore snapping back to throw. Steps up, throws toward the end zone. Sadiq's got it for the touchdown. Kenyon Sadiq turns around backing up and grabs that ball, falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Moore to Sadiq for his 7th passing touchdown of the season. 2nd touchdown for Sadiq, 89-yard drive, and Oregon extends their lead to 17-0 with 30 seconds to go. Clock hits 0, and Oregon leads the first road game, first Big Ten game of the season. Again, 17-0 over the Northwestern Wildcats. Some second half action coming up, but first, a timeout and back with your Safeway scoreboard update, taking a look at the rest of the Big Ten and top 25 right here. You're listening to the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold, so you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So, crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
988 is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, 365-day-a-year emotional support and crisis line. We all go through really hard times. Each day can present new challenges, and 988 is here to support people through those challenges. We're here to sit with you and provide the compassion that every one of us deserves.
Call or text 988 anytime and talk to someone who's trained to help.
Ducks.
Running right, gets a block inside, 2-1.
Wildcats.
Touchdown, Ducks.
This is Oregon football from Learfield.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark, and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs. It's probably the best thing you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Time for another check of scores from around the Big Ten and the rest of college football. Brought to you by Safeway, official grocery partner and tailgate headquarters of the Oregon Ducks.
17-0. Oregon leads Northwestern at the halfway mark for their first Big Ten bout of the season and first road game. We're going to jump into a look at the Big Ten and top 25 as we await kickoff on the second half. Starting with the Big Ten, couple of games also already underway, most at the halfway mark except for one. About a minute left to go in the first half for Nebraska hosting Houston Christian, and it is not even close. 38-0 lead for Nebraska, again with about a minute left in the first half. As for the rest of our games already in progress, number 19, Alabama at home hosting Big Ten's Wisconsin, and Bama taking it to them early. It's 21-0. Badgers with a big second half coming up if they want to close the gap between them and the Crimson Tide. Number 23, Michigan, they're at home against in-state battle. Central Michigan, 35-3 your score currently at the halfway mark, just a field goal for the Chippewas in the second quarter. Then Townsend, they're the road team against Big Ten's Maryland. Both teams 2-0, but it's a 34-0 lead at the half for the Terrapins. And, of course, Oregon leading Northwestern 17-0. As for what's to come, it's number 2 in the nation, Penn State. They'll be at home today against at Beaver Stadium, against Villanova, as well as USC on the road against Purdue for a Big Ten matchup. That one coming up at 12:30, as well as Rutgers hosting Norfolk State. Rutgers 2-0, Norfolk State 1-1, one to watch out in New Jersey later. Good start for the Scarlet Knights. Then the Michigan State Spartans, they're at home as well at 12:30. A kickoff with Youngstown State coming up in just a bit. Then how about number 1 in the nation? It's Ohio State versus Ohio, 1-1 for the Bobcats, 2-0 for the Buckeyes. That one set to come later this afternoon, as well as number 9, Illinois at home against Western Michigan. And then later, UMass, they'll be on the road against Big Ten's Iowa. Iowa 1-1, looking to get in the positive tonight with a win over the Minutemen. And closing things out for the Big Ten, and one to watch, you've heard the guys talking about it. It's Cal at home versus Minnesota. A big-time proving game for both of these teams tonight to round out Big Ten play on the evening. As for the top 25, we've also got some games underway already. Number 12, Clemson, they're on the road against Georgia Tech in Atlanta for an ACC battle, and Georgia Tech has the lead. It's 13-7 at halftime with 12th-ranked Clemson Tigers trailing. Then number 13, Oklahoma, the road team against Temple, and it's a 25-3 lead for the Sooners with about 30 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Again, as we mentioned before, number 19, Alabama with a big lead over Wisconsin, 21-0, and 23rd ranked Michigan, 35-3 over Central Michigan. South Alabama on the road, they're taking on number 24 Auburn, and it's an Auburn lead 14-3 with about 10 minutes left to go in that second quarter until they'll hit halftime. And the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana trail number 25 Missouri on the road 20-0. A couple of games coming up in just a bit as well. Penn State matchup against Villanova at Beaver Stadium coming up at 12:30 Pacific. Nittany Lions ranked second just below Ohio State. Then our first ranked matchup of the day, it's number 6 Georgia on the road against number 15 Tennessee out on Old Rocky Top. Big time SEC matchup coming your way this afternoon. A win for the Bulldogs would be 9 straight against the Vols, who are coming off their now program scoring record victory over East Tennessee State, 72-17. Also at 12:30, the Beavs in Texas taking on Texas Tech. Oregon State still looking for their first win of the season, currently 0-2, and will play the Ducks next Saturday in Eugene. Red Raiders ranked 21st and hold the home field advantage this afternoon. Arkansas will host number 14 Iowa State later today at 1 o'clock Pacific, followed by 7th-ranked Texas at home against UTEP at 1:15. Longhorns 1-1 falling to Ohio State in their season opener. Our second-ranked matchup today comes your way at 1:30 between number 5 Miami and number 18 Florida State. Big-time Sunshine State football inside Hard Rock Stadium. Number 1 Ohio State versus Ohio with the Buckeyes home crowd at 4, along with number 9 Illinois welcoming Western Michigan. SEC rivals Arkansas and Ole Miss. The final 4 o'clock kick in the top 25 play today, and plenty more to come. But it is time to get you back to the stadium for the start of the second half, where Oregon leads Northwestern 17-0. Quick timeout, and then we're back with the boys right after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
College football's most refreshing show has been brought to you by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. This is Duck Football from Learfield.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
No big deal, but you've been earning Kohl's Cash for 20 years. That's 2 decades of checkout wins. To celebrate, enter our month-long sweepstakes for a chance to win $200 in Kohl's Cash. Plus, save on fall faves during the Customer Appreciation event now. Yup, 2 decades of Kohl's Cash is a big deal. Shop Kohl's and brag accordingly. Coupon ends September 21st. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. Sweepstakes ends September 30th, 2025. No purchase necessary. 20 winners per day. Limit 1 prize per person for entire sweepstakes. See Kohls.com for official rules and details.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Oregon Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby. Better than I've been to myself.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Oregon. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Oregon and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Oregon.
The Coors Light halftime show here from Northwestern. I'm Joey Mack back in the Country Financial broadcast booth. Jerry and Jordy have the call coming up in the second half with the Ducks in front of the Wildcats of Northwestern here at Martin Stadium, Northwestern Medicine Field, a temporary stadium on the campus right on the shores of Lake Michigan before the new Ryan Field opens in 2027, the scheduled opening for the new home of the Northwestern Wildcats. The Ducks are in front 17-0, 194 total yards for the Ducks, 125 of those passing, 69 rushing yards by Oregon's offense. Ducks not penalized in the first half. 12 first downs, and Oregon was very efficient on third down, 6 of 8 in third down situations. Northwestern just 22 total yards, 21 passing yards, 1 rushing yard in the first half. 2 penalties, 10 yards of penalized yards for Northwestern. 6 first downs for the Wildcats, 1 of 5 on third, and they are 1 of 1 on fourth down. Ducks have run 12 more plays than the Wildcats, where Northwestern is averaging 2.4 yards per play. Meanwhile, Oregon is averaging 5.7 yards per play. And the stats have actually just updated right in front of my eyes. The Northwestern crew has now updated it to 52 total yards for Northwestern. That's literally just happened in the official score. 21 passing, and now they've got him at 31 rushing yards. So a revision in the statistics on the team stats. So I'll double check here once we get going and play to make sure that those numbers are accurate. I believe the 52 total yards is in fact accurate. In any case, Stone is 4 of 7 for 21 yards and an interception passing the ball for Northwestern, and 4 different receivers have caught a pass. Meanwhile, for Oregon, Dante Moore is 13 for 16, 125 yards, a touchdown. That's an 81% completion rate, and he's done it 4 times to DeCorian Moore for 49 yards, twice to Kenyon Sadiq, 2 catches for 35 yards and a score. Malik Benson has 2 catches for 32 yards. Cooper Perry, a couple grabs for 7 yards. Jaden Lamar, Jordan Davison, and Jeremiah McClellan all have a catch for the Ducks as well. Running the ball, Jaden Lamar, the leading back today. 10 carries for 33 yards and a touchdown. Jay Harris has 2 carries for 18 yards in the game. Davison, 2 carries for 6 yards. And Dante Moore is credited with 2 carries for 5 yards, while Mekhi Hughes, 1 for 5. And we also saw Luke Moga in the game, along with Dante Moore on the same offensive snap. 1 carry for 2 yards for Luke Moga. Oregon leading 17-0. Some final statistics. We'll go to the defense. Aaron Flowers is Oregon's leading tackler with 4. Mateo Uyungale has 3 tackles, 1 for loss, 1 sack. Dylan Thieneman also with 3 tackles, the leaders for Oregon's defense. Ducks 17, Wildcats of Northwestern 0 here to start the second half. That wraps up the Coors Light pregame show. Dusty Hara is on the Toyota sideline. And here with the call alongside Mike Jorgensen, it's Jerry Allen in the Country Financial broadcast booth. Guys?
Thank you, Joey Mack. Oregon up 17-0. Just looking at the number of plays here, you mentioned Oregon has run, let's see, total offense 34 plays to 22. Jorgie, there was a time when we were talking about Northwestern had to keep the ball away from Oregon. That meant they needed to run more plays. That flipped in a hurry.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, in that first drive that Northwestern had, that's when they ran the majority of their plays, frankly, in that first quarter when the clock just wound its way down and they went on a long drive and ended up having to give it back to Oregon. But that's about it right there. So Oregon just needs to continue to play solid defense, smart offense, and they'll be just fine.
Okay, Uric picks it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. Not surprising given the winds behind their back. So Oregon in that fourth quarter will be going into a win if that became a factor. But right now, obviously it is not. They're up 17-0 on Northwestern, and Preston Stone will bring the Wildcats out. Big number 73, Deuce McGuire, 6'5", 310-pound right tackle. They've got some big dudes on their offensive line, 6'4", 310, 6'4", 300, 6'4", 310, 325, Caleb Tiernan.
Well,
they haven't been able to do.
They've got to get something going early here in the second half to I think, give themselves a chance. And this will be their first opportunity right here.
Haven't been able to throw the ball very well. 2 receivers out to the left. A lone back, tight end motions. Right goes back left and sets, and they'll go with a handoff to start the second half, and it will get them about 2, maybe 3 to the 27-yard line. Kamalafe. Once you say it wrong the first time, it's hard to get it right the second time. Giannis Kamalafe.
It's like me with Dyer, Hill, and Dier, right? Got to say it right. Dier, by the way, Joey. Dier. Thank you.
Kamalafe sets up to the right of Stone. Still 2 receivers out to the left. Hand it off again, pound it up the middle, and again, very short gain to the 30. So 2 plays, 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Nice job by Tuioti. Just getting his arms on him right away and dragging him down to the ground. He just wasn't able to get any momentum going, any type of speed going up the field because Tuioti was able to grab onto him.
So 3rd and 5 at the 30-yard line. Northwestern, their end of the field. First minute and a few seconds of the second half. 2 receivers go out to the left. Carson Grove, big wide receiver, tight end type from the shotgun. Stone on 3rd and 5. Snap and back to throw. Ducks press hard. Dump pass over the middle. Going to be close, and it will be a first down. Griffin Wild. Oregon tried to come with some pressure, but just couldn't get there.
Yeah, good catch by Wild. I thought that ball was going to be a little bit high for him to be able to get to, but he went up and got it. Only had to get 5 yards, was able to get 8 on the play and move the chains.
38-yard line, right hash. Defending for Oregon and wrapping up. Iffy Obadegu. It's freshman. Just amazing. True freshman starting and playing significant minutes for Oregon this year. Here's Stone on first down with a snap, rolling back off a play action. Down the middle, ball tipped into the air, almost picked. Mr. Betcher was trying everything he had to get that deflected ball. Was it Brandon Finney who was defending, knocked it in the air? And that ball hung up there for a long time.
That's a ball, and again, I don't think Betcher got a clean shot at it, but that's a ball that hung so long, it felt like that should have been an interception there. And Oregon was not able to come up with a turnover. That would have been huge at this point in time.
Frank Covey, the 4th, way out to the left. 2 receivers inside of him. Kamalafe comes back and sets up by Stone and gets the handoff. Going left, gets a little slice. It gets hard to the 43, almost 44-yard line.
Looked like Flowers came up
43-yard line. Yep. By the way, I mentioned Iffy Obadegu is a true freshman. He's a redshirt freshman. Finney is the true freshman. Yeah, they're just all over the field.
It's 35 Northwestern.
What's amazing is Frank Covey, the wide receiver on that play, the ball that got batted up in the air, really, he's the guy who was squirming around and almost kind of kicked the ball, it looked like, when Betcher was coming in to intercept it. Otherwise, it would have been a turnover.
3rd down and 5 at the 43-yard line. Northwestern, their own 43 on 3rd down and 5. 17-0 Oregon lead here early in the 3rd. And Stone sends motion from the right back to throw the ball. Pressure comes, slings it out, and it's time. It's a timing route that's beautiful. Get it to Griffin Wild. Talked about a timing route earlier from Dante.
Had to throw it on time. That ball from Stone comes out before the receiver's out of the break, and that's the only way you're going to be able to really have a completion out there on Iffy. Good coverage, but ball is out so quick you can't get there as a defender. Nice pass, nice catch.
And Oregon not able to get enough pressure on Preston Stone, giving him time to launch that ball. First down, they get into Oregon territory at the 49, right hash. Way out to the middle goes Covey, the 4th. Lone receiver out there. Stone's going to turn, play action again. Going to sling it out. Catch made, spun down at the Oregon 41-yard line. That's going to be near another first down.
They've been able to fool Oregon on those little bootleg plays. 2 or 3 times today, Stone has moved one way, fake the handoff, and roll out the other, and Oregon going with the first fake and not staying with Stone, where he's able to roll out wide open into the flat to throw that ball.
Well, see, the tight end hit down at the 42 of Oregon, so 2nd down and 4. Thought he spun away to get more, but he did not. Here's a handoff going right. And there's a slice and another first down. And hard running all the way down to the 35-yard line of Oregon. Kamalafe hard running to their offensive line now, pressing Oregon's defensive line.
Now, this opening drive is huge for Northwestern, and it's promising so far. Moving down into Oregon territory, 1st and 10 at Oregon's 35-yard line. But the combination of pass and run has Oregon off balance right now.
Right on the 35-yard line, near the center of the field. Way out to the left goes Ricky Amadazi. And Amarazi is the lone receiver there. Now from the right, Wagner goes left to join him. And here's a handoff again. And trying to get it outside. Got a great block. Trying to get another couple of yards. Still on his feet. And near the first down is Joseph Hyman. Hyman is fun to watch. He's a good runner.
Runs hard. Does not go down easy. And Oregon had a chance to tackle him for a shorter gain there, but he just would not go down on the Oregon sideline and gains a good 7 yards on first down. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He got a great block on the outside by a wide receiver that might have actually taken him down for almost no gain. Instead, it's a good 7-yard pickup, 2nd down and 3. Inside the Duck 30. The 28. Snap, turn, hand it off again. Through a tackle, missed tackle, and then spun around, pile pushing, hard running by Hyman, and they never do get him down.
Got to make that play. The first shot that they had at him, they were not able to bring him down. Good opportunity for Oregon in the backfield there. Instead brings up 3rd and 1 here for Northwestern. So another conversion as we're at the 9-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. It's an impressive drive so far by Northwestern.
3rd and a yard. They've been able to run the ball. Kamalofe behind in that pistol look behind Stone. And Keep back to throw up, little play action. Ball came out again, or did it? No, it didn't come out, but it'll be a sack. The way he looked down, I thought Stone had dropped that ball. Tuioti will get in, and Alexander, but that's a shared sack.
Why would you move away from the run?
I have no idea.
And Tuioti goes off a little bit injured, it looked like, on that play. But you could just see the pressure coming from this backside as he fought through two guys, and then all of a sudden it collapsed on Stone. So big 4th down here for Northwestern to go for it on 4th and long.
4th and long at the Oregon 34-yard line. 3 receivers swung out to the left. Kamalafe, the running back. Snap and back to throw. Ducks come hard. Throw made. Open. Dropped. Into the hands of Ricky Amarazi, and he just dropped the ball.
Ball thrown way behind him. Still got his hands on the ball, but the ball was behind on the throw. Couldn't tell if it got tipped at the line of scrimmage.
So we'll get a timeout. Play to be made, though. And the Ducks get it back on turnovers. We'll take the timeout. 17-0. Still our score. A little more than midway through the 3rd quarter. Ducks will get the ball on offense on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty, included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
It's another great fall Saturday in Oregon. Friends, family, and football. Let's keep it great by making a game plan for getting everyone home safely. If you're drinking, take a quick time out and pass the keys to someone who's not. By designating a responsible driver, you'll make sure the whole team gets to keep playing. Because no day like this should end with a tragic loss for any family. Let's be in it to win it by saving lives together. Drive sober. It's the way to go. A reminder from ODOT.
In Oregon, oh, I left my heart in Oregon. Yeah, I left my heart in Oregon.
Welcome back. Evanston, Illinois, Northwestern Medicine Field. And the Ducks up 17-0. Dusty here with our Toyota sideline mic. Dusty, the second half started the way the first half did. Northwestern moving the ball.
Moving the ball and doing it on the ground. You know, I was stunned when we came up and we saw those halftime stats initially that Northwestern had only had 1 yard of rushing. Since then, it has been amended because it was like they had a few runs that were kind of popped early in that first half. But Oregon's defense settled in after a turnover. It looks like they're going to settle in after this turnover on downs. And the Oregon defense has been stifling. I think we've all come accustomed to just how dominant they've been over the first 2 weeks of the year. This is an impressive performance to keep a team in the Big Ten off the scoreboard now with 7:56 to go in the third quarter and up 17-0.
Yeah, that's a good Northwestern defense. I mean, if they had any offense at all to go with it, it'd be a dangerous football team.
And you got to be frustrated for Northwestern. A 12-play, 41-yard drive, 7 minutes it took, and you come up with nothing.
So first down, Oregon, Dante Moore with a couple of backs beside him in the backfield. Davidson, one of those. Hill Jr., the other one. Hill gets the ball. No, yes, he does. Hill going right behind a block. Cuts it up. He's got some speed. He may go 40, down to the 30 on his feet. Nobody going to catch. Deer Hill, touchdown, Oregon. Nobody going to catch him.
I love that guy, man. I tell you, I couldn't wait to see him do that. He's smooth. He's silky smooth when he gets the ball in his hands. You can see right there Fitzgerald, the free safety, had the angle to get him. He outran the angle on that touchdown run. He's a special, special player. Great future. Nice blocking on the right side, and Oregon goes one play right down the field for the touchdown.
Kicked out of a tackle, or almost tackled too. He got hit in the ankles, but he just kicked away from it. Oregon will go for the extra point kick. Get a chance to watch the replay as it's delayed in our booth, as the Ducks will kick it.
That guy is going to have a great career.
Great blocking downfield. And then it was all speed. He just ran away from people. Sappington with a point after kick. It is up, and it is good. And Oregon will add a touchdown and make it 24-0. Jordan, you mentioned a moment ago, Northwestern's got to be frustrated with the drive like they had, and then one play after giving it up on fourth down, the Ducks scored. That breaks you back.
Yeah, it's a backbreaker. I was just going to say this exact same thing. I mean, you work so hard to go down the field, 3 first downs on the opening drive for Northwestern, 12 plays, 41 yards. What's Oregon do? One play later on the Toyota Drive summary, Hill goes 66 yards for the touchdown. Ducks lead 24-0.
Let's take it 24-zip. We'll come back. More Duck football here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When life blindsides you with an injury, you need a team that's tough. For over 30 years, Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people. This season, we're proud to partner with Oregon Athletics. Because whether it's on the field or in the courtroom, we're both determined to do what it takes to win. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Injured? Dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, 10150 Southwest 6th Avenue, Portland. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Did you know that 77% of people navigating addiction are still showing up every single day, working jobs, raising families, and carrying responsibilities? Addiction touches families, friends, and neighbors, but so does recovery. And here's where you come in. You can be the turning point that helps someone rewrite their story. At Willamette Family, we believe hope grows when it's shared. One flock, one game, one family at a time. Hope is now. Just like the Ducks succeed through teamwork, recovery happens through support. Visit WFTS.org today to learn how you can help change lives. Willamette Family, proud partner of Oregon Athletics.
Oregon.
He runs. He scores.
Northwestern.
Touchdown, Oregon.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Welcome back to Northwestern. Ducks up 24-0. I just want to say hi to a couple of people. John and Julie Lundquist listening back home. The power went off around their neighborhood this morning, so they ended up, they're watching at 9 o'clock in the morning at Buffalo Wild Wings. How about that? I love that. And Jim Sumter and his family are in France. And texted me and said, hey, we're listening to the Ducks in France. Jim's good to have you with us. A lot of people enjoying a really quality football team. Oregon is just showing so many different dangerous weapons. Quarterback Dante Moore, multiple running backs, multiple receivers.
Well, Deer Hill makes his initial entrance into the game and goes 66 yards with the handoff for a touchdown. Oregon up 24-0, 7:44 left here in the third quarter. But again, just to be able to rotate the running backs in that they've been able to in this game, and yeah, no Whittington in this game because of the injury and that type of deal. So he's not in. But again, Hill, true freshman, a very dangerous running back, as you just saw there, 66 yards with the speeds. But out of the backfield as a receiver and lining up as a receiver, he's just as dangerous. He's going to be a tough guy to defend for a long time to come.
Weapons, weapons, weapons. Herrick has it teed up. Gage will approach the ball from our right to our left. Foot into it. Going to go high. And we'll go way out of the end zone. In fact, all the way out of the end zone. And out to the 25 for Northwestern. Well, Safeway is the official grocery partner of the Oregon Ducks. Stop by Safeway to play the Score Big Sweepstakes. Enter for a chance to win great prizes such as duck gear or season tickets. Also brought to you by Pepsi. Drink Pepsi. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi. Got to get Go Ducks, drink Pepsi. Oh, almost. Nah.
At Northwestern on their own 25-yard line.
Give me a Pepsi. I need to cool off. It is warm and muggy here, even with the breeze, which has really decreased a bunch. Here's first down. Preston Stone. Hand the ball off. Running hard right, and getting away from a tackle. Initially, tried to bounce it outside, and then the rest of the Ducks arrived. And hold him up. Don't let him go anywhere.
You know, Purchase did such a nice job of sealing off the outside on our side, closest to us, on the Northwestern sideline. So running back had to cut back inside where there was plenty of help to be able to get him. So Purchase doesn't necessarily get credit for a tackle, but he's the one who caused everything to flow back inside.
No gain, maybe a half a yard. Well-seated tight end comes way outside of the right, Wild inside of him. Two receivers go left for Stone on second down, almost 10. Back to throw this time. Four-man rush time. Going deep balls. Got him down there. Catch made and upended immediately at the Duck 43-yard line by Wild. Griffin Wild. And he was open.
He was wide open, deep down the field.
To the Duck 43-yard line.
It's first and 10.
Dalen Austin finally tripped him up. Here's back to throw again. Now maybe going to run, and he is going to get a block and go sideline and out of bounds. Picks up about 9 yards to Stone, and all of a sudden Northwestern moving the ball again. Big pass play set that up, and then Stone trying to go to the air again. Nobody open, but he had the whole right side of the field to run. Picks up about 8. I give him 6. Got to see that down marker covered up. Now it's uncovered down there. Second down and 4. He got 6. Stone. Pistol look. Turn. Hand it off. Going left. There's a little crease. Hard run. First down run by Joseph Hyman. Looking behind his offensive lineman, picking the room.
Yeah, just good push of that offensive line for Northwestern to the left side. That everything flowing to the left on that play, and the offensive line pushes Oregon backwards on the play as well.
First down at the 32-yard line. Stone back to throw. Swings it out and threw it too low. Boy, he got hit hard by Mateo Ungalele. I mean, he was... Ungalele got him just after he let go of that football and put him right on his back.
And forced him to really kind of throw that inaccurately because he knew he was going to get hit, and he really couldn't throw it around him, so that ball was going to be inaccurate to the left, to the right. In this particular case, it was short and incomplete.
Second down and 10. Duck 33-yard line. 5:32 left, third quarter, 24-0 Oregon. Stone. On second and 10. Snap, back to throw. Straight drop. Pressure comes. Throws it over the middle. Intercepted. Intercepted. Jerry Mixon again is not going to get a touchdown. I don't think. He's all the way to the 40. Blockers take him down at the 35-yard line of Northwestern. Looked like he was going. He had blockers on the outside. I'm going, here we go again. And then somebody caught up with him from the side.
You know, I was kind of making a joke with Dusty before the game because Coach said, you know, we talked about his pick six last week, and Coach said, you know, he did that 1,000,000 times in practice. And I'm thinking, that means you threw 1,000,000 interceptions in practice. And Joey said, well, he's always where the ball is. And there he is again, second interception in 2 weeks in a row. Big play right there by the Oregon defense.
Jerry Mixon, 6'2", 240-pound junior. He moves pretty well for 240 pounds. I thought he was going to take that one to the house. Oregon, great field position when we come back at the Northwestern 35-yard line, leading 24-0. Oregon on top on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You say you never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos.
You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it, and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, no, it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Northwestern Medicine Field here in Evanston, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. Duck football brought to you by Nature made to care for fans on game day and every day, the official vitamin and supplement of Oregon football.
Boy, Preston Stone, big pass down the middle to Griffin Wild, gets that drive going again, a couple of runs for a first down, and Jerry Mixon steps in between on a pass and runs it back. Oregon with great field possession at the Northwestern 35-yard line, but that's Stone's second interception today and his 6th this season. So right now, he's been throwing it to the other team, and that's not a good thing to do when you're playing a team like this.
61% throwing the ball coming in, 3 touchdowns to 4 picks, now 6 picks, and a tough day, 8 of 15 throwing the ball.
That looks like Hill lined up at receiver. No, it's Harris.
Here's Dante Moore, empty backfield, back to throw. Looks to swing it out, no, got a wide open. Over the middle there is Jamari Johnson, gets free of a first tackle miss, all the way inside the 20-yard line.
Moore's pass is...
Wow.
Boy, how about that little move?
It's almost I don't want to hit you, so I'm just going to try to brush you down. And
I mean, how athletic of a move was that? Big guy like that, catch it, make a little cut to the left, back inside, guys missing, and then up the field, he's carrying people on his back. That was impressive. Haven't seen him do that yet this year.
18-yard line. Jamar Johnson, 6'5", 257. Redshirt sophomore.
He was moving like Sadiq on that play.
From Louisville.
What was it again?
Louisville. Okay, Louisville. There's first down. Dante's going to hand the ball off. And Lamar goes right, gets by the first man. Now the second guy, with help, will take him down inside the 15. So about a 5-yard pickup.
Oh, we had fun with Will Stein on Wednesday night, the coach's show. He did a fantastic job, obviously, but one of the questions I asked him, is that the way you say Louisville? I mean, is it Louisville? He said, I ain't no Louisville. There's no Louisville in this country.
Louisville?
Louisville.
To the right side goes Decorian Moore, close to the formation. And in the backfield, Lamar. Snap, back to throw. Quick throw out, catch made at the 8-yard line. Straight arm, gets him a couple of more yards. 5 and out. Did it get there? No, out of bounds. Oh, Jeremiah McClellan looked like he was going to dive, hit the pylon, but the left foot must have stepped out.
And Frank Davis knows he just got straight armed. He got up and looked over at the bench like, I can't believe that just happened.
Oh, he put his head right down. Boy, I'd take a look at that. I'm not sure that his foot went out of bounds. Did he step out? First and goal inside the 4-yard line. Way out to the left side, Connor Casper, Sadiq inside of him. In the backfield, Davison now beside Dante Moore. Back to throw, looking for the fade. Casper's trying to go up and get it. Oh, here's the flag. He was held. He was held big, and it was Fred Davis II up against the bigger guy. I mean, Casper 6'6", 212, and it was a fade route all the way.
Defense.
We were all waiting for that flag to come flying out.
Automatic first down.
So, automatic first down into the 2-yard line. And He was the only receiver in that pattern. That was a play all the way.
That was a jump ball to the outside all the way.
Yeah. So the big guy is in. We got a fullback blocking. Davison, under center is Dante Moore. He'll turn and give it to Davison, I'm sure. Sadiq in motion, turn, give it to Davison, going right. Powers into the end zone, touchdown. Jordan Davison. That's his 5th touchdown.
Gotta start calling him TD Davison, right? Not TD Leakio anymore. It's TD Davison. Oh, great push by the Oregon offensive line. They've really got Northwestern on their heels now. They broke their will with the big run by Hill to make it 24-0. And then that one right there, right down the field after the Mixon interception. Short drive, 30-0 with the extra point to come.
You see Zach Grace lined up at that fullback. You know it's just going to be a power play. Sappington, extra point try coming up. Snap, a little low, but the hold is good and up, and the point is good. It's 31-0 now, still with almost 3 minutes left here in this third quarter. Oregon starting to add some momentum to this offense now. Takeaways, turnovers, more about that when we come back. 31-0, 2:56 left, third quarter here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jess Sims is always looking to take her performance to the next level.
Mom's facing you, then you're going to switch.
You got this, Jess.
We got this.
And she needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
About the mental work.
Together we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us. Visit usbank.com today to get started. Member FDIC, copyright 2025 U.S. Bank.
Hey, Ducks, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field designed Oregon t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Oregon in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
Welcome back to Northwestern Medicine Field here in Evanston, Illinois, campus of the University of Northwestern University, and high school football game type setting. 12,000 fans has been really different, very different. Except Oregon doesn't really feel that difference. The Ducks just do what they do, Jordan. Turnovers have been a huge key.
Yeah, they have. The interceptions by Stone obviously have not helped out Northwestern. Oregon's turned them into points. And Oregon's just made some big plays out there, whether it's some key sacks here in the second half, just even putting the pressure on Stone to make him misdirect some of his throws. On the fourth down throw, the ball's behind because there's some pressure. And then on Mixon's interception, he takes it all the way down to the Northwestern 35, and on a Toyota drive summary, Oregon goes 4 plays, 35 yards and 222. Jordan Davison, the 2-yard touchdown run, and Sappington's extra point. It's Oregon 31, Northwestern nothing. 2:56 left here in the third quarter. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
31-0. Gage Hurick tees it up. And we're still almost 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. And it's still amazing the number or the depth of players that Oregon has starting the ball game. Not just late in the game when you get a big lead. They're rotating running backs and receivers in this game. Offensive linemen.
And it doesn't drop off.
No. Hurick approaching from our right to our left. Foot into the ball. It's going to go high and deep again. It'll be no return. Back of the end zone out to the 25-yard line. Jump. Preston Stone, and this got to be tough. I mean, he's thrown a couple of picks today. He's going to come back out. You got to shake it off.
Well, he's a guy who had, one pretty good year at SMU in 2023 where he threw for 3,000 yards. But last year, Kevin Jennings became the starter and the star of that SMU team that made the playoffs. He still is the star down there right now. So 3,200 yards 2 years ago, 28 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. But since then, transferred here, hasn't had the greatest year so far this year.
Tied formation, running formation, snap and hand it off, and just trying to power up the middle and bouncing off a couple of guys at the 25, going to the 28-yard line. Komalafe
doesn't go down easy.
Running hard. Name offered on the stop for Oregon.
Gain of 3 at 2nd and 7.
And down 31-0. Still a couple of minutes change left here in the third quarter. You don't give up that passing game. You got to try to run the ball and get first downs, but you still got to go to the air. Oregon kind of pinning their ears back now. Preston Stone from the shotgun on 2nd down and 6 after a 4-yard pickup. Back to throw. Looks left. Fires it left and too high.
Stone's pass is incomplete.
Defending Jaden Kennedy, and that ball just sailed. Trying to get it to a tight end, Larson Albright, but Preston Stone's got to be feeling a little antsy right now.
Yeah, that ball not very accurate, being high, and Kennedy was right there, almost as if it would have been on the line it should have been, that Kennedy could cut underneath it. So the ball's just a little bit late coming out of Stone's hand, and sometimes not always the most accurate either.
3rd down and 6 now, still at the 27-yard line of Northwestern. Stone from that shotgun, straight drop to throw. Swings it deep, way downfield, and it is almost caught, but it's incomplete. What a great effort, though, by Griffin Wild.
Incomplete, intended for Griffin Wilde.
Nice job by Kennedy, getting his hand up in there and being able to strip it out so he can't make a clean catch.
It's 4th and 7 in punt formation.
Nice play.
4th down, and the Ducks will get it back again.
For Oregon, Gary Bryant.
Yeah, Wilde was the intended receiver, their leading receiver coming into this game and so far here today, but just really good coverage out there by Kennedy.
Gary Bryant Jr. back at the 25-yard line. Very high, wobbly punt, backing up and going to get a great chance for a return. Coming left, cuts it back to the 25, then wrapped up at the 28. Pretty good downfield coverage on the punt coverage team for Northwestern. Gary Bryant had plenty of time to really find something if he had some blocking, but it just did not occur, did not develop. So the Ducks will get it back. We're still a minute 52 left here in the third quarter. So many bodies playing for Oregon. Ducks 293 yards of offense to 139. That 139 not yielding any points. They've got some drives in there a little bit, but they turned the ball over, either on downs or an interception. Northwestern just has not been able to sustain anything. Dante Moore, a couple of running backs in beside him, De'Aaron Hill, Jordan Davison. All the receivers in tight will come to the left of the formation and line up. Bunched group to the left-hand side. Roger Saliapaga is the tight end. Here's the handoff. Student body left, trying to get it outside. Not going to get there. Good job by Northwestern of stringing that ball out as Hill just could not get the edge.
Overloaded the left side. Also had a lead running back leading way out there for Hill, but he just, as you said, Jerry, just another step or two to get outside. He's going to get 5 or 6 yards and said couldn't quite get there.
Loss actually of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Connor Casper way out to the right-hand side. Receiver inside of him. In the backfield, it's Harris. Dante with a snap, back to throw. Going to roll to his right. Still moving. Now will throw downfield, and it is McClellan. Great. No, it's Benson. Benson with a grab. And he got a foot in.
What a throw. On the run.
Downstairs quickly, Dusty Harrop.
Great job by tight end Roger Saliapaga, who got beat initially, recovered, cut off the edge rusher, and allowed Dante Moore the space to thread that needle into Malik Benson.
What a great play on the far side, right in front of the Oregon bench, all the way to the Northwestern 46-yard line. Dante still with Harris to his left. Going to pitch it to him going left. Got a block outside, gets through in a hurry, and is cut across the 40 into the 39-yard line. And there is Roger Saliapaga again with a block on the outside. Nice job. John Stevens on the stop. Ducks go in a hurry. Tempo offense. Dante ready. 3 receivers out to the right. Now we'll pause and look for the play. Benson, the lone receiver to the boundary or the left short side of the field. Jamari Johnson way out to the right, along with Saliapaga and Casper.
Letting the quarter run out.
Yeah, they're going to let that third quarter go down, and that's going to be it. End of the third quarter. So we played 3. Seems like a longer game than it has been. I think 31-0. Oregon with the lead and driving to start the fourth quarter. Great field position at the Northwestern 39. When we come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age. Everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Fourth quarter, 31-0. Oregon lead and the ball. Duck football brought to you by Pacific Source. Health coverage for individuals, families, employers, and Medicare eligibles. Pacific Source, the local health plan that does what's right, not just what's required. 326 yards to 139. Passing yards 178. Rushing 148. 75 yards rushing for Northwestern. 64 rushing, 75 passing. They just have not been able to mount any consistent offense. A couple of drives
between the 30s, but can't get past the 30. And Oregon just seems to stiffen up, make key plays, put Preston Stone in some uncomfortable positions, and it just big play offense here in the second half as well. They just move the ball. Oregon has at will once they've got the ball in their hands.
Ducks will come back home next week. I still want to call it the Civil War. I mean, it's Oregon State.
I don't think that's ever going to leave you or me.
No.
People have been around a while, and it's always been that.
A noon kickoff, I think, scheduled for next Saturday back home.
We get you a Safeway scoreboard update. Looks like number 12, Clemson, has come back to taking a lead on Georgia Tech, 14-13. That game right now, 2:21 left in the third quarter. Oklahoma up on Temple, 28-3. Number 19, Alabama, 38. Wisconsin, 7. That game early in the fourth quarter. Michigan taking it to Central Michigan right now, 49-3. And number 24, Auburn, up on South Alabama, 28-9. That at the end of the first half. And Missouri, I should say. Missouri, kind of like Louisville. Missouri. Up on Louisiana, 35-10. That scoreboard update brought to you by Safeway, the official grocery partner of the Oregon Ducks.
31-0. Oregon pitching a shutout right now with a full fourth quarter to go. Dante Moore will bring his Ducks out with Jamari Johnson at a tight end. Looks like Cooper Perry will be one of the wide receivers. 31-0.
Nebraska, by the way, leads Houston Christian 45-7. Maryland up on Towson 41-7.
Malik Benson goes way out to the left. Cooper Perry to the right. Beyond him, I believe, to Corian Moore. And under center for Dante. There's the lone back. Play action, back to throw. Wants to go deep. Down the middle. He's got him, but the ball's underthrown and picked. Interception.
Threw a bad ball. I don't think I've seen Dante Moore throw a wobbler like that. That ball just floated. And Dusty, is there much of a wind, or is that just a bad toss by Dante?
I don't think it got high enough to get caught up in that wind. It was just a little bit underthrown, and the backer getting incredible depth on that one. He was dropping. They had two high safeties. DeCorian Moore looked like he was going to split them, and then right underneath on the hip of DeCorian Moore was the backer to catch that.
Boy, it looks like if you get that ball up and over the top, throwing it at the goalpost, right at the actual pole itself, he's going to run right by the linebacker for a touchdown.
So just a little underthrown on the first interception of the year for Dante Moore. But inside the shadow of their own end zone, Preston Stone from that shotgun, turn, hand it off, right up the middle. The pile will push for a few across the 5 to about the 7-yard line. It will be second down and long.
I don't think I've ever seen Dante throw a ball like that, even in practice, where it's like it came out of his hand wrong, wobbled and floated instead of putting that ball out there and letting your receiver run under it, and doesn't happen very often.
Two receivers come out left for Stone. Amarazia is one of those. Stone, snap, hand it off, going left, and a cutback. Nice cutback. Across the 10 to about the 12 or 13-yard line. Peyton Woodyard will get the credit for the tackle. It'll be short of the first down, but short to make it third down at about a yard.
Yeah, you're right, that play designed to go full to the left. It looked like Oregon had that thing completely stuffed up, but the cut back to the right gets a little bit of open green there to be able to get it close to a first down, but it's still going to be third and short.
Kamalafe with a nice cutback. Here's third down, a little more than a yard. Stone, Kamalafe off to the running back, going to get it, try to cut it outside. Almost got hit, and will get hit behind the line. First guy, I think it was Jerry Mixon, who got his hands around his ankles and slowed him down and forced him further outside.
Yeah, Mixon almost gets him for a big loss. Instead, it just ends up a small loss and brings up fourth and short.
And I don't see a punt team coming on. On fourth down and a yard or maybe a little less from their own, half a yard from their own 14-yard line. They're going for it. Unless they're just trying to get Oregon offside. From the shotgun, Stone with a snap, hands it off, and they will not get it. Not even close. What a gamble.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a gambler on fourth and short, but from essentially your own 10-yard line, I mean, inside the 20, you don't do that. Shocking that they went ahead and did that. I know you're trailing 31-0. So you think, what do we got to lose? What are they going to do? Score another touchdown and make it 38-0? Still, yeah, you just don't do that. I don't care what the lead is of the opposing team. Inside your own 20, no way.
That was a little shocking. I thought maybe they're going to go try to get Oregon offside, but...
And it wasn't close.
No, at least go under center, but no, nothing. So here's Luke Moga at quarterback now. He's got Davison to his left. Luke Moga, who's got wheels. On the snap, wants to throw. Going right side, catch made. I think it's Jamari Johnson. Yeah, ball comes out, but long after the whistle. Got it to about the 9-yard line, 8-yard line. They got to put it, between the 7 and 8-yard line. Pickup of 6.
Whistle had blown. Braden Bruss, number 33, came in and just punched that ball, and it came out.
So, whole lot of new bodies in that game right now. Davison lines up to the right of Moga on second down and about 5. The snap, give it to Davison. Going left side, wrapped up around the legs, and goes down for a short gain. It'll be third down at about 3. On the stop, Aiden Hubbard. 12 minutes remaining here in this fourth quarter. 31-0 Oregon. Dusty Hara mentioned just a whole new offensive line in there right now. Matthew Bedford in there. Ferguson. Here's Moga with Hughes. Mackay Hughes to his left now. On third down, back to throw. Gonna go through the fingertips. That was almost caught by Connor Casper.
And it's too bad Casper cuts inside and then bounces back outside. But when he made that cut, he kind of slipped for just a second. And when that ball got there, he was trying to regain his balance. He would have been at the exact spot of where that ball ended up if he doesn't slip like he does. So awful close there for an opportunity and a nice catch. Potential touchdown, frankly, if he doesn't slip and he keeps his feet.
James Ferguson Reynolds will hold for the field goal try from the 15, so a 25-yard field goal try for Atticus Sappington. Been dead on so far. That kick is up and right down the middle. So Ducks will add 3. That's another field goal. That's a Allstate field goal. Thanks to the good hands at Allstate that contribute to the Ducks Athletic Scholarship Funds. That's for student athletes across all sports. Thank you, Allstate. So 34-0. What a golden opportunity. The ball handed to you basically at your opponent's 10-yard line. Northwestern did a good job to keep Oregon from scoring a touchdown. But you get 3, 34-0 with 11:27 left here in the fourth quarter. Back with more Duck football on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
This week on Sports News, football's newest star ain't no rookie, it's DirecTV. They make it easy to find your pro and college teams across live TV and streaming apps so you never miss a moment. And with access to your game stats and scores in one place, it's good. It's DirecTV like you've never seen it. Visit DirecTV.com today. DirecTV is a proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Internet-connected Gemini device and separate subscriptions required. New residential customers auto-renews monthly. Cancel anytime. Equipment lease required. Unreturned device fees apply. Credit card and restrictions apply.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Ducks. Pressure comes, throws, catch made, touchdown! Wildcats. Oregon's offense is rolling.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
34-0. Kind of a whole setting. 12,000 seat stadium. Thunderstorm, heavy rain to start. Just feels weird. It doesn't feel like
looking out on the ocean.
Odd. Yeah, no, it's not the ocean.
Oh, it's not.
It's like Michigan. It's just a weird vibe.
There's a lot less white caps, and that's a good thing about what we're seeing out there right now. So, Toyota drive summary real quick. 4 plays, 5 yards, a minute 24, 25-yard field goal by Sappington after the Oregon defense makes a 4th down stop inside the Northwestern 20. The offense takes over, gets a field goal. 34-0 Oregon, 11:27 left in the game.
Joseph Hyman, the second deep, had a pretty good return to start the ball game. Gave Northwestern some reason to believe early, but that ended fairly quickly, and Oregon has built into a 34-0 lead, and the kickoff coming again, and Hyman most likely will get a chance. Gage Carrick approaching, and he gets his foot into the ball. This is going to go high and way deep, and that was going to go into the end zone. Boy, the official right in the corner of that pylon to see if that ball was out of bounds or in the end zone, and it was by that much. A touchback will come out to the 25. And the wind really has died down here. This is not, early on, if you got a kick into the wind, those punts and kicks were being effective, but not now. It's a comfortable day here. Evanston, Illinois. Back out, Preston Stone. At quarterback. Not many bodies other than the starters for Northwestern getting to play. And this is a pass. Looking left, looking right. Now going to run, and he got all kinds of room. There's Stone across the 35, slides down at the 37-yard line. Well, the middle opened up. He has 7 carries this year for 33 yards, so he can run the ball a little bit.
Well, this is still, for the most part, a starting offense in against some of Oregon's backup players. Naeem Offit, number 14 in there. Zach Grisham, 24. A lot of new players in there right now.
First down run to the 35-yard line of Northwestern. And Stone. Snap, turned, handed off. Going right, spun around a little bit is Hyman, and he'll get about 4, maybe 5. Give him 4. He'll go to the 39-yard line. Strap with a tackle for Oregon.
Elijah rushing in the game right now. Looks like Ashton Porter.
Oh, yeah. Will Stanton has got that left hand wrapped up pretty good. Looks brings back memories of Troy Dye, all wrapped up like a club. Can't grab a hole with it, but you can wrap your arms around it. Second down after the 4-yard pickup. Second down and 6 at the 40-yard line of Northwestern. Stone with a snap, handed off again. Up the middle, looking for room. A nice run for first down across the 40 to the 46-yard line. That's Josh Hyman again. He gets in behind that offensive line, and he just looks for places to run.
Not a big guy. I mean, he's not light, but he's also not tall, and he's just quick enough. He hides it behind that offensive line and then finds that little gap, and he shoots right through it for a good gain.
It's 5'9". Elijah Rushing got the stop that time for Oregon. 9:36. Deion Gray. Another duck and ball.
Got to throw it deep sooner or later here, don't you?
Ray Stone turned, handed off again, and wrapped up after he gets about 2, maybe 3 across midfield to the 49 of Oregon. Is Hyman again. 34-0. 9:14 remaining here in this fourth and final quarter. Bright sunshine now. What an opposite day it was from earlier this morning.
Matthew Johnson in there now, 55.
We got to get Dusty to work. We haven't gone down to him very much here in the second half. He's taking a nap down there.
The music stopped.
Here's Stone for that pistol look, turn, play action to throw. Steps back, has time, wants to go deep. Way downfield, wobbles, and is caught. Great play by Drew Wagner to turn and see the ball was going to be short. Stopped, defender went right by him. Kind of an easy catch.
Yeah, threw that ball up for grabs. It was a wobbling all the way down the field, and Offord trying to make the play, but couldn't find the ball. The receiver knew right where it was. Big play there for Northwestern all the way to the Oregon 9.
Stone just threw that ball as far as he could. I mean, he just threw back, rear back, and threw that ball all the way to the 8-yard line, where it's first and goal. Stone, snap, turn, handed off. Going right, stuff lost.
Nixon.
Hyman never even got out of the backfield. I mean, barely got the handoff. And Jerry Mixon right there, right after the handoff.
Calling his name a lot, aren't we? I mean, he just makes really good plays. Plays that stand out, obviously, with the interceptions. But he's making a lot of plays in the backfield. Just instincts, athleticism, the hands of a receiver. Runs like a running back. He's got the full package, and it's nice to see what the future of it is. And the future right now for him is right now.
Lost back to the 14-yard line. Second and goal from the 14 of Oregon. Stone, snap, back to throw the ball. Throws over the middle, incomplete. Closer probably to Dakota Fields than to the intended receiver. Carson Grove, I think, was the intended receiver, and he couldn't reach that ball. I tell you what, Fields had a chance.
He did have a chance. Bring that ball down. He's got a receiver right in front of Fields to be able to catch that. So just the inaccuracy right now. Well, Preston Stone is somewhat on display, not only with the 2 interceptions, but he's had some throws to make, and he's just missed them.
Third and goal from the 14. Third and goal from the 14. Stone. Hyman to his right, going to throw this one again. Here's the screen pass, set up pretty well to Hyman. 5 inside of the 2, didn't quite get there. Taken out at about the half-yard line.
Mixon.
Wow, what a collision. And I thought Hyman was going to get there. He's got great speed. The screen pass left was set up perfectly.
Good play call. No doubt about it, Jerry. I thought he was going to get there, but that hit by Mixon right when the collision took place, Mixon wins big time.
Well, 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. And from the shotgun. On 4th down. Carnal Lopez in the ballgame now, the bigger back. He gets the ball and gets it in for the score. They bring him back, 5'11", 210, a little more weight. And he's able to go right up the middle and get in for the score. And Northwestern will get the goose egg off the board with 6:20 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Impressive drive. They had to make something happen. A couple of big passing plays.
Now one of them a jump ball. Frankly, a 50-50 ball that went down the middle of the field, and Northwestern made the play, and that's what put them in scoring position.
Nikola Duganzik, the extra point try. Snap good, place good, and the kick punched up, and that's through. It's in the background of Lake Michigan. A sailboat approaches. Now it looks like a perfect day to go sailing. If you were here 4 or 5 hours ago, you'd have been hanging on for dear life out on Lake Michigan. 34-7, 6:20 remaining. Fourth quarter, timeout. Ducks will get the ball back on a kickoff after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
High-quality organic food should be available to everyone at a better value. That's why Safeway offers O Organics. Hundreds of USDA-certified organic products exclusively in our stores. From fruits and vegetables to chicken and olive oil and frozen treats to baby food, you'll find a huge selection of organic items for the whole family at Safeway. Food you feel good about eating and serving. Look for O Organics products throughout Safeway. O Organics. Organic for all.
First Interstate Bank is the proud sponsor of the Community Hero Program. Throughout the year, Duck fans have been submitting stories about heroes in our community. And First Interstate Bank wants to recognize Nancy Martin. Nancy has positively impacted hundreds of people and thousands of pets through her work with the Fido Pet Food Bank. By providing pet food and supplies to families facing financial hardship, she helps ensure pets can remain in the homes they already know and love. Her efforts not only relieve the burden on struggling families, but also strengthen the bond between people and their pets. On behalf of First Interstate Bank, thank you, Nancy Martin.
Welcome back to Northwestern. Duck football brought to you by Toyota. Let's Go Places and by DirecTV, a proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Stream the Oregon Ducks satellite free on DirecTV. Visit directv.com today to learn more.
And Northwestern gets on the scoreboard.
Right.
Toyota drive summary for the Wildcats. 9 plays, 85 yards. 9 plays, 75 yards in 5:07. Komalafe with the 1-yard touchdown run. Olson's extra point. And it's 34-7 Oregon, 6:20 left in this game. The drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
Dusty Herron, Toyota sideline. Mike Dusty, I'm looking at the yards. Total yards, not what one would think on a 34-0 score. Oregon with 331 total yards and Northwestern with 222.
Yeah, it was the short fields. And I think that when you see the interceptions by both Bryce Betcher and Jerry Mixon, that was on drives where Northwestern was marching the ball down the field, and Oregon was able to make them pay. It's the bend but don't break, and that's what they were so good at through the first 3 quarters here, is they were giving up yards, but they would bow their back and force a punt or force a turnover. But Northwestern has done a good job. Their interior offensive line has been fantastic, and the running backs all day long, one cut and find the hole and run to daylight.
Back home next week, 34-7. Oregon with the comfortable lead here with 6:20 remaining in this fourth and final quarter. Ducks have done it with big plays and turnovers. Big plays, turnovers.
No, defense. I mean, defense has played fantastic,
yeah.
really. I mean, up until that drive right there, they played some great football.
Kickoff coming up, approach to the ball, and it will be kicked deep. Oregon ready for the onside. This is going to be very short. Fair catch called for by Lamar. And we'll take it at the 3, so it'll come out at the 25-yard line. And we're going to get a break. Another timeout. TV said let's go away, so we'll go away as well. Come back. Duck Football brought to you by Safeway, the official grocery partner of your Oregon Ducks. Stop by Safeway and play the Score Big Sweepstakes. Enter for a chance to win great prizes such as duck gear or season tickets. And we're back after this on the Oregon Sports Network.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty, included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Hello, is this Pacific Source Health Plans?
This is a health plan.
I'm trying to reach Pacific Source. I know I'll get a person on the phone when I call them.
What do you think I am?
I mean, you sound like a person.
That's what counts.
Automated systems can do a lot, even sound a lot like people. What automated systems can't do is offer the quality our members rely on, empathy. When you call Pacific Source Health Plans, you'll talk to a person who cares.
What did you say your name was?
Nexa 9000.
Welcome back to Northwestern, along the shores of Lake Michigan, which I've never spent that much time around the Great Lakes at all. You know how big they are. You just kind of imagine how big they are, but to visualize
it's something.
A body of water where you can see nothing on the other side, and it looks like an ocean. It's really, it's weird.
Yeah, they're great.
We're looking east. Well,
okay. What are the lakes that make up the Great Lakes?
We're looking at one: Michigan, okay, Superior, Huron, and Erie.
Oh, good, nice job. Way to go.
Yeah.
By the way, Safeway scoreboard update, quick update for you. Georgia Tech has retaken the lead over Clemson. 7 minutes left in that game. Georgia Tech 21, Clemson 14. So nail biter between those two teams. big ACC game, no doubt about it too. Scoreboard update brought to you by Safeway, the official grocery partner of the Oregon Ducks.
Okay, what's the waterway that connects the Great Lakes to the ocean?
The Panama Canal.
Oh, you were on Dusty's trivia team until that answer. Oh, my gosh.
I can't remember, but I could just remember on the movie Red Dawn, the submarine coming in. Weren't they coming down the canal to come in, or was that just in from the Atlantic Ocean into the
that was a Yogi
Hudson
Bear cartoon.
Bay?
I thought the Huckleberry Hound.
It's first and 10 Oregon on their own 25-yard line.
Brock Thomas in at quarterback now for Oregon from the 25 on first down. Pitch it to the right, running right. Harris using some blocking. A big part. That's Hill with a move off to the 38-yard line. I believe it's the St. Lawrence. Yes.
Nice job. I would not have gotten it. So
I just knew it wasn't the Panama Canal. 38-yard line, first down, a run by Hill. Here, Hill still lined up to the right of Brock Thomas. 3 wideouts up now, empty backfield. He'll go back and throw. Looks left, now swings it down. Very short throw, about 4 or 5 yard throw. Oh, Malik Benson got popped hard in the back. He caught that ball on his knees, so the play was dead right then, but he still got hit in the back.
Yeah, down on his knees like that, he probably shouldn't have been touched.
So pickup is 3. Call it second down and 7. Just across the 41-yard line. Oregon, their own 41. Clock down to 5:26 remaining. 34-7 Oregon lead. 2 receivers come out to the right. Cooper Perry. Benson way outside to the right. And Casper alone to the left, and here's the delayed handoff up the middle, and they try to get Lamar maybe a little sneaker up the middle, and it didn't work. Very short 1 yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Briggs on the stop. I said Lamar. Briggs, beg your pardon, on the carry. Tink. I should get all the nicknames for all the guys. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of them. Here's 3rd down, back to throw. Got him. Catch made. Nice. Casper with a spin, try to get away. Will go down with a 1st down catch into Northwestern territory at the 47-yard line.
Nice throw, Brock. Nice throw. On time. That's what makes that one work right there. Is that ball's on time. Pretty good coverage on the outside, but when you throw the ball on time with a DB can't close that 2 or 3 foot gap, you just can't stop it. And that was a great throw by Brock Thomas right there to the outside to Kyler Casper.
1st down at the 47-yard line. It's like Riggs lined up in that pistol behind Thomas. All receivers in tight, hand it off to him, and he'll go right. Trying to get through a little crease, but it closes in a hurry. Very short 1 yard gain. Clock continuing to run with 3:47 remaining. Mac Uline, whose name we have not called very much today.
Not as much as Fitzgerald from that safety position, no doubt, but one of the really good players in this league and one of the best defensive players for Northwestern.
Led the team in tackles last year. Just has not been around the ball much this year or this game. We got a B. No, it's a fly. Thank you. Go out the window. 2nd down and 9. Thomas back to throw. Straight drop over the ball. Tipped. And will go incomplete. He's trying to get it to Cooper Perry over the middle.
And he had him.
Somebody at the line of scrimmage, somebody got a hand up, tipped that ball out of the air.
Yeah, he had Perry. Just a little quick slant. Ball was going to go right on the money to him. But, again, Northwestern doing what you're supposed to do. If you can't get to the quarterback as a defensive lineman, get your hands up. Just get in the throwing lane. And that's exactly what they did there.
3rd down and 9 from the Northwestern 47-yard line at 46. Back to throw again. Thomas dumps it over the middle. Knocked down again. Trying to get it to Jamari Johnson, and he would have been open. So it'll be 4th down at Oregon, it would appear. Will punt the ball away, or will they? Yep, they're going to bring that punt team in.
Carmine Bastone, number 1, that was being double-teamed and blocked. But again, keeping his eye on the quarterback, and when that ball's getting ready to come out of his hand, just get your hands up.
James Ferguson, Reynolds to punt. Line of scrimmage, the 46 of Northwestern. Drew Wagner is deep. Pretty good snap. There's that little running ball. Almost blocked. How did he get that punt away? It is caught. Fair catch inside the 10-yard line.
He almost held on too long.
Yeah, a little Australian run to the right and then kick. And he had 4 guys bracketing him and almost got to the ball.
It's amazing how when you're running forward and guys are running at you, how quick that gap closes, because that's exactly what happened on that play. And he almost didn't get it off.
Duck football brought to you by Oregon Community Credit Union. OCCU Duck fans get more for the things they care about with remarkable checking and the Duck debit card. More for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
So, guys, I have a note from one Bev Smith, who's tuning in. And she would like to point out there are 5 Great Lakes that maybe Georgie missed Lake Ontario.
Oh, my gosh. Here's a handoff up the middle. Komalafe.
Bev just sent that?
Well, I guess it...
I'm glad you're listening, Bev.
Neither one of us are going to be on Dusty's trivia team.
Spoken from a true Canadian, right?
She ended the text with the Canadian flag.
Okay.
Love you
guys. I believe Jerry. That was the thing I did wrong. So
here's Stone back to throw on 2nd down. Swings it out to the flat left side. Catch made, and I think just enough for the 1st down. Get it to Hayden Elliott in the 2nd.
Why did she agree with my Panama Canal, though?
Okay, no more trivia.
Survey says.
No more trivia, guys. We got most of the right answers.
Almost, yeah. You got 80. You got 80% of that right. So.
I didn't say there were only 4. I just named 4.
About that. You named them off, and I thought I believed him. I just like, yeah, man, he just ripped them right off.
Meanwhile, there's a football game going on, and we got to Seconds remaining. You got to credit Northwestern for never folding the 10th. They never gave up.
Yeah, I mean, they made it tough in that first half. Oregon's defense really didn't give up hardly any yards. Got a takeaway. We're moving the ball pretty well, but it was tough to get the ball down the field. They were just taking it in bits and pieces to either get touchdowns or field goals. And you went in at halftime, you thought 17-0 doesn't feel really comfortable. And all of a sudden, Oregon came out. Should I say Northwestern got the ball to start the second half. Nice drive right down the field, but they were not able to convert, able to keep it going. Oregon, gets an interception, gets a takeaway, gets the ball on offense after they make a stop. And, Hill, obviously,